like this route.
I'm fine with them because I did not pass any of my checks, so I'm fine with them. They are just elves.
No one likes Drow.
They seem like they're just normal elves just trying to get their life together. I don't understand.
Not by the best means.
I failed all of my checks, so they're just trying to get there.
Geographical question. How long, if you take the trade road, will it take you to go from Duodecim to New Haven?
8 days. From where?
8 days. Duodecim to New Haven.
I have no idea what that's going.
Well, it took us
a week to get to the
Just outpost number, we don't know how long it is.
Was it a week or was it a couple days to get to the
I think it's like,
Well, and New Haven's right outside of Crystallis, so it's probably going to take like a week and a
I'd
half.
say 2 weeks.
New Haven's not right outside of Crystallis.
It's like
Where's the
the
map?
side
Do
of
you have a map?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not to scale. That's not the hex map. It's on
Week.
Google Drive.
Okay.
2 weeks? Okay.
I would say 2 weeks. That sounds
I'm going a week and a
like
half.
an average. But that's not scale.
Yeah, but it took us about a week to get to the outpost, if I'm remembering right. Was it a week or was it a couple days?
Only a couple days.
So there's a couple days to get to the outpost, a couple days to get to New Haven. I'd say about a week and a half.
Ironically, the person who's correct is Devin. It's approximately 8 days. It's around 1 week.
We're almost there.
50 points from the majesty of guessing.
I did tell him that.
Sure you did. Well, I'm sure you also told him then the distance that it takes to get from New Haven to Crystallis.
A day.
You would have
As the crow flies.
From where do we get to the Crystallis?
Wait,
New Haven to
are we
Crystallis.
going by European?
I will say.
Are we going by
African time.
underneath tunnel?
13 days.
13 days is the first guess.
Yes, we're here.
It's not that far.
Are we talking about
Totally different.
laden or unladen?
3.
Birds? Will we add coconut to them?
Yes.
I'd say 2 days.
2 days.
Thank
Okay.
you much.
2 days.
I remember when we did that distance last
Too
time.
many days.
I don't know.
No fucking clue.
I was born at the forest.
I will change mine.
A week?
Yeah.
1 week.
Alright.
Exactly.
We changed spatial distance when we built the map.
He didn't realize he was right.
Gotcha. Okay. I was going with, I'm like, well, we had the tunnel, and then we arrived at New Haven, and I thought it took a day for us to get to the castle, and then...
From the mansion, which was not in Crystallis.
Right, but it was a day away from Crystallis. So I thought that my brain was just going with,
Negative.
if we're adjusting, that's fine. Gotcha. If
Negative
we're adjusting, that's fine. I mean,
Keep
it's,
going, negative
25.
See, negative 25, like I said.
What is the... Okay, how long is the travel from New Haven to Nexus?
too far. Like a month.
I was born in a tree.
I was born in a tree. This shit was not imparted to me when I was born.
I'm a community guard.
2
Not
weeks and 1
Not
day.
to scale, but
2 weeks and a day would be
A little over 2 weeks.
15.
So 15 days, 21 days,
14.
14 days,
16 and a half days.
16 and a half days.
18.
They're all close enough. It's approximately 2 weeks of equal inspiration.
Yay, inspiration.
I can't wait to use it all in one turn.
Just one battle. All of them, like,
Ben is just matrix dodging and like breaking it. It's like an old school.
it's the right thing to do.
You just spend them all to make the entire thing into a freaking Bruce Lee movie. You just walk through and just everything is dying.
All right, now for plot-specific things. What is the name of the wood elf that you met outside of the outpost?
Lewin.
Tree shooting
Lewin,
person.
25.
Valencia.
But no, you did not meet me outside of the...
I met you. In the town.
Your community garden elf. Step.
For 25 points, not Laurencia, since you got it already. What tribe does she belong to?
Wolf tribe!
25 points.
Dude, this is a great I don't know anything.
For 25 points, you two are both out. Why was she there?
Scouting out the undead, I think, or something dealing with the gnolls.
She was hunting.
That's a solid answer.
I think she was
Elf
investigating
Woods
something
Story.
dealing with the man in black and the gnolls, right?
I don't know enough. I don't just want
Play
to
the
follow
field.
on, but I believe she was looking for like gnolls had been plaguing, and she was looking for the source of it, and perhaps his outpost. That's really reaching. I also, in my defense, was not a part of that conversation with Gnolls. And I, out of character, did not pay attention.
Good.
I understand Elvish, but I do tune them out.
Yeah, they're people. Yeah, it's
Thank
not,
you.
people are not as
Besides,
interesting.
I understand that, but I don't listen to them. There's...
And Elvish. I hate the little bit.
Okay, so no experience because you all were close, but definitely not hitting it. Was hunting. was Knoll related, was tracking someone there related to the situation, but the Knolls was not specific. They were hunting someone from Knoll region over there, and she did not hunt her.
You should just walk around saying I am Groot all the time. I think it'd be better for your character.
Lore knowledge of the world. What is Nethicite? Rune, you cannot answer this at all.
What is what?
What is Nethicite?
Non-radioactive material, it's black. I found it
That's
incandescent in the mines.
25 points and 25 points to you if you helped out. 25, another one, and Rune, you're out from this one too. What's
Isn't it
Nullicite?
nice to be out with me?
Okay,
It's
so
once the
You can.
dark. You go. You over there. Yep.
It is the opposite of Nethicite. It's opal in color, and it happened when some big scary guy used it to make a great gate, and then Nethicite turned into Nullicite.
Wait, what color armor is it scaring at?
With the exception of being the opposite, it is
It's like
more
a container
devoid.
almost.
25 points.
But
As opposed to it being opposite, one
It's
contains. Yes.
Okay.
It's basically a state of nullness that was binding that way. It's empty stuff.
So it's like a container that can absorb energy, which is why Ben has like a soul crystal.
Yeah, because he accidentally almost lost his entire soul into it.
To be honest, they keep thinking that a body has a soul. It's like a life stream of
The character that hasn't been here yet. Okay. Where to start with this
Here.
one?
Have some more pomelo. Pomelo.
Tomato.
So for this, we'll do rounds of facts. One at a time, and then you're passing it. The amount that you get right will affect everyone's experience.
Oh, interesting.
One fact at a time. If you do two facts, everyone loses.
Okay, well, it's not
What
bad.
is wait?
One fact.
Is it
One
about
fact
something
at a
particular?
time, and you're gonna have to do it in order. Well, I'll exclude Devin because that's not
Could
fair.
you clarify the nature of these facts?
Yeah, because like, what kind of
Like a
fact?
fact, like
I know a fact.
it was evening. They are tall. They have daggers. Things like that. A single fact.
About what?
A topic I'm about to start.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
But it's
like,
going to be
I
one
was
at a
like,
time, so it'll be like Emma, and then you three have to put one down. And then
Gotcha.
until all of you have had facts, and then we'll reset again.
Okay.
The amount that you get right is going to affect, including Devin's, the group experience you get this.
Yeah,
Ready?
I'm ready.
Who's Clyde?
An agent. He was
We lose.
with the candles.
Member of the Candles.
I-
Vanished in hell.
He vanished in hell.
He's an agent of Kellenborn.
He is a Kellenborian agent.
He brought me apples.
He brought Ben apples.
Can I participate for extra credit?
Sure.
Need coins to get it.
You need coins to get him back. Extra credit.
So does that mean we get one?
Well, keep going until as a group you can't do it anymore.
He had a companion named Alcina.
He had a companion named Alcina.
Laurentia cares about it.
Laurentia cares about him.
Missing an arm.
He is missing an arm.
Don't suck.
Don't fucking out!
Hold on, a little bit. I don't work under pressure, so.
Murder him!
He didn't know the answer. The murdering Bastion.
You want to witness like, goodbye.
He is witnessing bad going-ons of the demons where he's at, or the forces there, without getting into further detail.
He is witnessing demonic shenanigans. Do you want to throw an extra credit?
We need 3 coins.
No.
He was working for Edward Vitale.
He was working for Edward Vitale.
He talked to us through a swimming pool.
He talked you through a scrying pool.
I can use mine.
Nah!
Ha ha!
That was pretty good. We did like 9 facts.
I have more.
He has a satchel full of unending apples.
I have to hold that.
Yes, he has a satchel full of unending apples. I'll allow it. Apples are kind of reference.
Yeah, I'll reach. In order to bring him back, we have to kill him, but it ties him with the coins for exchange, so.
Yeah, you already pulled a reach this round with the bag of apples, including he gave you apples.
So no more reaches round?
No reach rounds.
You need some inspiration.
Do you want me to give you one?
Nope.
Nope, not how it
For the
works.
purpose of the event.
The event.
We're getting event-based XP.
We'll see.
Public quest. TQ.
Whoa. That's a Warhammer song. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Such a good game.
Did they get what he did?
They did. They borrowed it. It was first in war on.
Fucking finish it. Put it in.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
They're like, oh hey, we need you. We're EA. You release it. We don't give a shit.
Game day.
Oh, yeah, Bentley doesn't understand. He doesn't understand.
I honestly, I could take a long time and maybe come up with one, but I really don't have anything else.
2 full rounds and a bonus, so that's 150 experience for everybody.
Whoa, buddy.
Can I say the one I was going to say?
Go
'Cause it's actually, he was pulled into a portal after trying to fight someone at a battle in Freeport. That's how he got there.
For 25 points, what is the name of the guy in black?
Man in Black, we don't have a name for him.
I was calling him Man in Black.
That is correct. That is also correct.
I have theories of who it is.
Like it's Mace Windu, and he never died when he fell.
He said this, or he fell right into another
Was his
campaign.
pickaxe purple? That would be big.
Surprise.
Guy with a
25.
Could be a guy with a shit ton of souls inside of it. That's just a soul thing, and then.
This Game of Thrones story.
This is like
Cool down.
most of the arcane cast.
All right, so because this is another group event, there's not that many. Name the Targaryuses that you know of one at a time. 1.
Crap.
Ty.
Ty Targaryus. Iolanthe Targaryus.
Holy shit.
Suck it.
If you could just fail here so I don't have to.
I think I'm probably going to. 'cause
Yes,
Yes.
once, and the uncle, and the parents were mentioned once,
Okay.
I got not. I don't know.
and the
Can I-
sister was
Can I
mentioned.
say Albert? Can I say? I mean, are we doing
After we're done.
I wrote this sister. I wrote it down.
I love
I don't know if it's not the sister. You do not call her the sister.
The queen.
Ty and Iolanthe.
She is the era. What movie is that?
They are the most important ones.
Like Ruin gives a shit about Targaryens half the time.
Jared, I
It's the
was
opposing magical house. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about politics. You're absolutely right. People are not his forte.
But never mind.
They
I
are.
mean, I don't know.
Extra credit, maybe, say? Like that? 3 coins?
3?
2 coins.
2 coins, please.
2 coins left.
Tareth. That's a far stretch. No. It's like, let me go with a fancy name. That is Argamel.
Or Gannick.
Organic char. Okay, 2. Okay, 25 points across the board.
Alberta.
Alberta is another one.
I feel bad because I can't remember my parents' name.
Wait,
Wow.
Which makes me a little sad.
who is the chef? Or no, who is Jacob White's
Also
wife?
Alberta, but not
Okay,
her.
I was
Trust
like,
me, I did
oh
that
my
same
god.
No, when he's like, it's Alberta, I'm like, what?
There's a fifth one.
I know, that was my reaction. Like the first one, he's like, and then there's Alberta, I'm like,
Anywhere.
what? What is my sister doing here?
Yeah, I really did not care about that. I got Jacob Wives and Dawson.
They're just the people who are the headmaster of one of the magical houses that you two would know about.
Yeah, guys, come on.
In character, you two would.
Would he really?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, who's the president of the United States? Everybody knows.
Condoleezza Rice.
Good.
Exactly.
Another key one besides the parents is Tarkin.
Tarkin.
Oh, close on the territory.
Very close.
Very
We're on the
I'm
random.
guessing has been.
Your guessing has been on point. Leave that luck feed off.
Did my brother realize that Tarkin was a name and he picked
I'm surprised you
Tarquin?
didn't mention Willis.
I'll take the money.
Oh my god.
Because we don't know about Willis.
What you know about
What you know
Yeah,
about?
we know right now.
We not in this campaign. We don't know about Willis. We don't know the name.
Oh, we're not
We haven't come across
we're
him.
taking it.
Oh.
Is that-
They would.
They would know about Willis.
But that's not something that we came across in the. I don't know. I was going with in the campaign.
So recent political effects was the Targaryen house was removed from the Magiocracy and has
Lots
more
of
political
alcohol.
power after one of the Targaryen sons committed an act of treason.
That's good.
He didn't commit an act of treason. He just kind of sucked.
At about the same time
This-
that the royal
Dave
family's
is very
prince,
strong
Edward
drinks.
Tully, stopped making
So-
public appearances.
I'm gonna pace myself because I have to work tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know. The-
Strong statements for a party that has this placer beast and a gargoyle,
Dude, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
and almost harvest down like a
It's all
world
the time I
trade.
don't have to work a second. I'm like, we're gonna take the week off. I'm like, no.
So, and this is something no one mentions, you'd have to know D&D as we tick to the Monsters rulebook. Would someone like to explain how gargoyles were created?
They were.
If not, I will.
They were rocks, and then
Let me try and come in right.
Wizards.
Magic.
Knolls.
Yes. No.
I know there were spirits in the elemental plane of Earth that were summoned down to a form.
It was aliens.
When an evil demon prince walked across the plane, and where he
shit,
broke the ground became gargoyles.
Yes. Shit, I forgot about that.
Harry Potter.
That's
So-
the elemental evil
Good choice.
tone.
Neville Longbottom.
So there are good earth elementals. They're called like Balamgors, and then there are gargoyles.
Really?
They're inherently malevolent.
They feel like those guys.
So that's not gonna make a good assistant then.
It's the same as having a warlock with an imp.
Or a.
We're gonna find out what happens.
It's like having that, what is it, that house elf in Harry Potter? There's always going to be.
Yeah,
Or creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never knew if that was gonna poison you or not.
that's exactly what a gargoyle
Wanted
is.
to.
Well.
Only if you mix that with like a weeping angel, because I'll
Oh
just.
god.
If I kill how pissed would you be?
I think you can kill them, there's some.
I'll kill them.
Kill them.
Okay, so I wouldn't be that pissed.
I don't.
Who do you kill? Everybody.
I do want to figure out if I can do like a proof familiar at some point, but I don't think it's a thing in this.
We'll work on it.
Can we give him
It's a
an
homebrew.
outfit?
You're not bound by the rules. We're all suggestions.
Do you want to give your familiar an outfit?
No, I meant like
What is
upgrades
this,
to
fucking
familiar.
Nintendo?
Like a scarf?
Yeah, like,
All right, we're about 6 till, so I'll put the rest of these to rest.
you go
That
for
was
like
a great trivia
right.
session. I mean,
I got like
obviously,
5
it's amazing to get experience, but it was a really good refresher, so.
Wow.
Awesome
Got
stuff.
something right here on the
Okay, I'm down.
Brown as shit, it smells bad.
What is it? I don't.
It's shit.
How do you say your
Are you
character's
gaslighting
name?
me or are you
Manry?
telling me? I don't know.
Manly, yeah.
Man
I don't
Reed.
know either of
Okay,
those.
Manry, we're gonna start with you. So, camera 1, camera 2. You guys are doing food's here. Good timing.
Nature!
Nature
Ouch.
food. So, Manry, you're currently
Food.
Uh, at the doors of the ruin, and it's currently a little past noon. Your familiar, which doesn't always stay by your side, has remained by your side, and is that small white cat. And is currently sitting perched immediately outside. Like, you can only really see its ears through the mist, but it's there looking straight at the entrance of what looks to be a stone outpost that has fallen to ruin and decay. A mist comes up to about like knee to thigh length.
Okay.
You have a very large cat.
I will have her corporeal right now for corporal. So I'm not gonna have my brain about it, so she'll just be in my mind, right?
Yeah, right now you have an incorporeal cat.
Okay. So I got staff, pull my cloak a little bit.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna rap on the door.
So for the entrance piece of it, the ruins itself looks like it has stones that are falling down. The door itself, where there would be a portellus, is fallen in on itself. There is just an open archway.
Then I will
And then there is walls and then towers.
stomp my staff on the door that's on the floor.
Thunk, thunk. It's a little bit rotten, so it kind of goes thunk thunk, much like mush.
All over there.
Hello!
That's a great thing. So who's got? Everyone's fucking passive.
Mine's like
I don't know
Um,
anything.
you have a high charisma. Actually, I don't know what your charisma bonus is.
mine's like plus.
Yes. So that's only for people that have proficiency in perception.
I don't.
Not me.
I think it's just a magic.
I don't know. Only those with proficiency have a chance of taking this test.
Oh, then I think no one does. Wisdom.
No, I don't have proficiency.
Cool. You say hello
That's good.
into the mist, into the outpost. Nothing returns. Roll perception.
I snore loudly.
13.
13.
Like an hour.
I got his crack.
You obtain no new information.
I
Nature has
forward.
provides.
I'll go a little bit deeper after. Is there like a stairwell or anything like that?
Sure. So for visualization of what you currently see, the outpost itself has a rather large courtyard past the open archway, covered in mist. Either side, walls that would have supported a portcullis, towers. Far straight ahead is a large door, looking to the entrance of about half of what the keep is. In fact, here's a little half a visual of what the area looks like when you'd be standing right there.
Okay. Then I'll go up. Is that door? Does it have an actual door on it?
As an actual door, there's a lot of mist between you and there, so you can't really see the ground.
Okay. I'll just walk
Okay.
towards the door.
Alright, which one is your mini?
The all white one. Okay.
Everyone's minis.
To Tower of Dice.
Expiration dice only, don't ruin their.
Who's the freaking wizard with that?
That was a mini I brought for Devin, but he's like,
Which action?
I just picked one up. I have 4 unopened cases, so I don't know what to do.
How do you still have not opened all the shit you got?
I did, I just bought one.
Yeah, just keep it.
I buy a Pathfinder case and a D&D case like every
So-
6 months.
Here. I'll give you guys. So this is what I look like when you do see me.
I haven't
It's
seen
a very undead.
You want to see me?
Nope.
No, I'm dead.
You're blind.
I'll wait till the season
Oh,
ends
we don't-
before I watch
Okay.
it. Can we bring Are you a friendly person or are you an asshole?
Yours is on.
We'll find out.
I think he's blind.
So kindly old man and his ethereal cat. You travel in, you get maybe good 20 good paces in, when you notice your foot hits something that looks like a squishy log.
I'll just try to step over it.
Sure, roll me an athletics check.
Athletics.
What?
9.
Don't.
You go to step over it as you feel something wrap around your ankle, anchoring you where you currently are.
What kind of wrap? Like, does it feel like a hand grab?
Feels a lot like a pallid hand squishing around your ankles. You start hearing sounds you did not before. Sounds that if this thing was on, would sound like a dull humming or thrumming coming from in front of you.
Can you hold that arm again?
Thrumming. Feels good?
I can't do that.
Thrumming. Well, that's something you guys have been
I
hearing.
can't hear it.
Yes, are we about to be called by the Greybeards?
I'll just tug my leg. Oh!
At this point, everyone roll perception. Except you. You're gonna make it sound.
You roll.
Yes.
Crap, that's actually bad.
You got a natural one.
You got a 19 plus your stat.
I have a 19 total. Because
Can you roll some it, Dave?
Shh.
Do you want grab press?
Not good.
Dave?
At all.
Dude, we're passed out.
What's up?
I rolled a
Grab press?
19.
I would like some
Well,
crab
you can
fries.
both suck on the
I'm in
bread
the
and
bag.
see if you want.
Sorry.
Dull thrumming.
Excuse me, that was me. Sorry.
So between the most recent thrum, you hear an old man crying for help. So we have a few turns for you to resolve before anything happens. So first off, for party inside tower, I need intent.
Investigate.
How?
Like go out and see who the old man is.
You're currently on the second floor. There are no windows. There are slits,
So
and there's a way up and a way down.
go up and look out.
Okay, so you wait for the elevator and go up.
Go on the elevator to go down.
Well, you can only go one direction,
Can
so
I
you guys
jump
are gonna
out
fight
the
like
split?
between the up and down arrows.
It sounds like a good idea. Well, I'm not gonna sideways with it, so.
So you're just gonna walk on the wall. It's like I'll get this whirlpool going eventually.
How far between the floor we're at and then the bottom floor? Would I know? Or?
I mean, you don't spatial relationships. You're looking at a standard floor, so 10 feet, 8 to 10 feet.
I would wait for the elevator to go up and jump down to the bottom floor.
Very good. So that's intent. You hear an old man crying for help.
I guess I'll go to the top.
You're going with Lawrencia,
If everyone else is doing
except for Leaf. Leaf is going down.
You can go to the.
it. I thought you said you were gonna go up and then go down.
No, he's jumping down to the.
You wait for the elevator to go up and then sliding underneath it and going down.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Sure, I'll follow you. If you're not on the nature couch, stay with me.
That hurts.
Okay.
Hey, nature buddy.
Combat is not a thing currently, however, it will need initiative. Or we're on the show.
Alright, let's hope that this roll goes better than the other.
What have you done to me, Aurora?
Yeah!
Oh, it was! That'll be a total of 3.
Saluni says I am fucked. Not the visions again.
Oh, not here again. Okay.
I have a 9.
Well, hold that thought because I need to get shenanigans.
Yeah, come on, hold on.
Try it. Just put an 8 ball. Dude, I said that.
Let's go. Let's battle royale.
It says. It says.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Okay, so let us get initiatives. So you got a 1.
Yeah, 3 total.
3 total. Well, we'll put you over here for the time being.
18.
We'll put Ben over here at 18 for the time being.
9.
Alright, so more than Monry,
17.
which is more than 18,
22.
which is more than both of them.
I don't know.
That's fine. Why are you so computational?
You're in a stabby mood. Sometimes you just gotta stab things.
So,
I got a new shield. I got to use it.
round of intent, you hear an old man's cry for help. Laurencia, you make it onto the elevator. Leave with your intention. Well, who's going up and who's going down?
I'm intending to go down.
I think
Down, team down, team up. So, elevator. Yeah. You're-
That's just general bad guys.
That is what you're hearing, not too terribly far from you. So you
Oh no,
hear
he was
that-
asking the skull
Everyone
guy.
is squishing that I'm feeling on.
Yes, it was definitely on the legs.
Love it.
Squishy. Am I into it?
Reach higher.
I immediately turned around. This is not something we have fun.
As you cry for help, you see things emerge in a lurch out of the mist. Backs, broken shoulders, half hair of what looks to be humanoid creatures, slowly shambling out of the mist. As your cat there disappears in the mist, it just ducks.
Did you just say
Shambles.
And what time of day is it again?
It is past noon, roughly 2 o'clock.
So in the middle of the day?
In the middle of the day. In the middle of the day.
But the lighting in here is it like just foggy or dim or?
It is foggy, but the lighting otherwise is good. So nice, wonderful light, mist.
Okay.
I was thinking it was like a WoW mini zone where the whole thing is
Magical night and day.
magical dust.
Little dusky, a little shroud. No, it's not. So, you guys are doing your thing. Monry, you're up. You are currently what we consider restrained in your current position as things are coming out of the ground.
what is it?
Monry?
Manri.
Monry.
Wow, you're friendly.
Ooh, wee, Monry. So you've got,
So this thing, I'm technically right.
you're technically grappled. You are being restrained by something with hands
He's in
around
the
your
day
legs.
France.
And the door is straight ahead of me, correct?
Straight ahead.
No, you said.
I say in dead sprint,
Oh,
you're looking
you
at
said
Yamaka.
40 to 60 feet straight ahead.
Yes, and then you didn't say anything.
There is also, so
I thought you were saying
visual is this.
Jimmy without the mouth, like Jimmy.
So it came from here.
That's what I'm saying, I'm like, what the?
You've got looks like the west
The
gate, an open
name?
door
Come
This
on,
east wing that appears to be nothing but no entrance, but broken stones that just someone like detonate apart.
So there's an open door in this.
Open door, tower.
No, so maybe.
And
How
there
far-
are 2 towers here.
Yes.
How far away is that open door?
Dose towers.
Same thing. You're looking at about 60 feet or more in a dead sprint.
That thing's grabbing me.
Something's grabbing you, so it's a extra dead sprint.
I'm not very fast. But what I will do is. I'm tugging at it.
Okay.
I'll put my fist into the air and call down some sacred starfire on this guy.
Sacred Starfire.
Dex save on him, DC 15.
So you're doing the equivalent of Sacred Flame?
Yes.
And the guy, this guy comes out.
The one that's grabbing. Yeah, the one that's
You look at the ground around you. It's like, oh, there's probably a thing here. You can't see it.
Right, but something's stopping me from moving, so.
It's in the mist. You have no line of sight.
It's a dex save, so I don't need to. Does that still work?
What?
It fails.
Then
Tell us that
he will
snacks
take
were
a
bad. I wish you
rifle
eat
7 radiant.
wish you eat crab fries.
No, I don't want to deal with Batman first.
Radiant light flashes at your feet, revealing the
Yeah.
outline of a
They're
humanoid
dangerous.
creature grappling at your feet.
So with that flash, I will disappear.
He's a
and misty
large
step
dog.
30 feet away
Yeah,
towards
that
the
never smells
door. I'm assuming the open door. I'm looking at will be over here on the map.
It'll be here.
So
So she'll be in this general direction.
thought to get you.
In that case, instead, it'd be easier to do this. All the way back here. Goodbye, Dice Tower.
He just lays there and hopes that no one notices. We all do. We all do.
All the way back there. Get no idea where your cat is.
And then I will move 30 feet towards the door.
Okay.
So that'll give me 60 feet.
Yep, so you'll be basically pretty close to in front of that damn door.
Do I see if there's a door hinge attached?
There is absolutely just, it is just, yeah, there are hinges with about this much wood attached to it.
Gotcha.
You can see straight into it as you bellow. At this point, you guys left the door downstairs open. You guys didn't relock it. That's all.
There was an axe in it.
Yes, prior to you opening it. So, few rounds. Laurencia, you and Rune gets to the top of the tower. At this point, you have no line of sight to seeing anything because he's at the entrance of the door.
But like all I saw was.
You now currently see that whatever that was in the mist, zombies are rising out of it.
Oh shit. So can I see a zombie? Like I can see a zombie.
You can see currently 5 zombies, and more are rising.
Of course they are.
Classic zombie movie.
Can I do produce flame and can I hit them like the distance?
What's the range?
60.
No, can't hit him with that.
We're going to start doing algebra, so the answer is no.
You have to start doing algebra so now. I say, shit.
Noted. Well, technically leave. You and Ben, which have...
Can I then tell Rune that we need to go downstairs because we have to fight and we can't get range. So.
You can.
Go down, drop down, very slowly. You see an old man in robes currently standing at the foot of the west wing that you entered.
Look at this.
Looks like that.
Oh, all right, sir.
I yell out. Very
Do we
calmly.
maybe kill you because we think you're one of the
Wait,
scum?
I think that goes.
Technically,
you were
Leaf goes
higher
first.
initiative.
I think that depends on your perception.
So,
How far away from the
That's
zombie
fair.
am
The zombies, pretty far. You have to go through the candles room, then the west wing room, and then the door. So 80 to 100 feet. We'll go with this. It's 60 or 120. You're in the 120 range.
I? Fuck those.
he's far away.
He's far away or the
He's
zombie?
at the door entrance, which is 80 feet away,
Okay.
which is hard to make out very distinct facial features.
You have an old humanoid figure.
I draw my weapon and dash for him.
Okay. So move plus dash.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's a total of 60.
Mhm.
Where's your at?
Green guy.
So that puts you at.
Green for neutral. Back here. Ruby for vigor.
So, Monry,
Yes.
describe your half greenish looking half elf dude with a weapon just charging at you.
So you see a magnificent bark shield vertical, just glistening and rippling, you might say, with the force might.
Why is it glistening?
So-
Green hair
Why is it
flows behind me. Almost,
His name is Leash Fabio.
yes, there is. Roman Fabio,
Run into
with
a
green
goose.
hair.
Boom, right in the face.
And you hear me yelling, hi.
Oh!
So you see an old man, long robes with one kind of gnarled staff, just his hand out with, what? Who's there?
The forest comes to protect you, old man.
Keep in mind you're running. The conversation is while jogging
Comes
towards
to
him.
protect you.
Ben, what's your take on this? Because you move actually more than he does.
Yeah.
I hold my hand out to
Just no, I'm gonna get here first. Don't use your monk movement. Just slow down.
I impose
Disadvantage
on his
movement.
running abilities. You You son of a bitch! I throw the shield at him as he walks by.
Just clothesline him.
Oh yeah, we should probably hero forge that thing.
I'll take this one. That's nice.
He's getting aggressive.
So
you don't have those.
I'll use my dash action healing hand, and then I'll run up next to matching his pace.
Okay.
Good.
Keep basically. Okay.
The same thing, how far away are we about this point?
Approximately 20 to 30 feet. I typically do it in terms of 30, 60, 120. So they're 30 feet away from me now.
So he has his hand out and we see him looking up. Oh! Oh! Something grabbed me!
Nope.
He's undead.
Not quite there yet. So you guys, Rensu's up at the top, which means I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to lump you with Rune.
Why? Rune won't move. He has range.
Wow.
Lorenzo doesn't
Can I
have.
use an inspiration to jump ahead of the order like that? Can I be lumped in the first position? Yeah.
So are you going down? You're not staying on top of the tower? Okay, then you guys don't hear or see the next action.
Going down.
And then Mary.
He's
Are you staying at the top?
Yeah, he doesn't. Because
You're a person.
Now you split up.
But how are we going to get you down after that point?
So, Rune, you see 9 more zombies appearing from the mist. There seems to be no shortage of them.
Was it my turn to do anything yet or no?
It is now.
Okay, are they within 150 feet from me? All these
North 32, west.
So the courtyard is not so nice. The courtyard itself is probably, 200 to 300 feet around. So you can get groups of them, the fireball, but they are not in any way, shape, or form. If we were doing Total War, they're in skirmish mode. They're all over the place.
So they're not grouped yet.
No, they haven't reached quite zombie formation.
Some of you viewers at home will appreciate that Total War.
Total War will take free copies.
Let's see. Anyone look like my cantrip? Let me check that with the range on my
120.
Yeah, are they within 120 feet of me?
There is at least one within 120 feet.
Fireball.
I know this is not a combat
So,
attack. but we're
24.
making it one.
Yeah, zombies have like no armor class. Go ahead.
There we go.
Zombie takes 3 fire damage. That was a shit roll.
So you singe a zombie as you do tower defense, mage style.
11, bro. It was a 1. I moved it.
Okay, cool.
As you do. Manri, you're up. You are besieged by a man in robes and a zealot with a shield.
I will. He'll continue to stumble forward.
Okay, do a little bit of role playing, and then I'll tell you when to next.
Wait! Oh! Whenever he makes contact with whoever's running out, he'll just kind of grab on and crumble. So if I move up, I should move there about 30 feet.
You are safe.
If I move, then he goes running.
We are.
Wait!
No man from the west comes and grabs you.
Alright, wait.
It's getting fresh.
My name is Leif. This is.
Help him to his feet, and I'll run to the door.
I stopped that.
How?
Wait, you're running to the door?
I am running
I
to the
let
door.
you run.
You do what?
He can run to the door.
Okay.
I thought he was charging towards the zombies.
Nope. So you get to the door, and you start seeing what Rune's seeing. Easily a dozen zombies out there with more just.
It's my turn?
No, you're dealing with him. He's crapped onto you.
He didn't run. I passed him the bed.
No.
And then Ben went to the door.
Yeah, and he's following Ben to the door because I gave him the bed.
What?
So he actually battles you, at which point I declared I'm running to the door.
Okay, stay here, old man. I have to deal with some zombies. And I run towards the zombies.
I just leave the old man like.
I'm a simple old man, but I'll hold on.
Ben, I'll be right back.
I'm just trying to close the door. Is there any door left?
No. So here's the graphic representation of the door. Look at that door right there. Okay.
That's the door.
Now imagine if I took
That's a
everything out
door.
but maybe about 6 inches attached to the hinges of it. That's your door.
Okay. And the remnants of the door is splintered, gone, on
Rotted
the wall?
pieces of crap.
Gotcha.
The only thing that seems like a complete door, which you have ruined, is the door behind you to the candles room.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay, cool. That's a cut. Rune. Rune, you are dealing with now, instead of 12 zombies. Oh, wow, yeah, they're coming in force. You're looking at about, you've gone beyond a dozen. You're going close to 2 dozen now.
Okay, and they are all coming after me, or they are all...
They are currently shambling towards your keep, your wing. And you know what? Rune's extremely smart. Roll an Arcana check.
Roll the Arcanas.
Oh!
That's 14
That's pretty good.
plus 10.
To 24. Yes.
Hearing the ominous sound, you notice something is affecting the zombies. You'd anticipate when you hear that they come alive, seeming like the crescendo of some sort of magic. In fact, whenever you hear that, they slow down as they're wading through water.
Interesting.
So those that get up, stop or slow, and those that are moving, falter their steps.
Every time the rain...
It goes dong.
Well, that's unexpected.
Interesting.
I'm on
Like,
a
come
roll.
together, yeah.
Can I?
At this point, there are more clumped together because they are slowly approaching Ben at the door.
Do I
Well, the door can only be held by one person, so who is
I don't
it?
even know Ben's there. I can't see the
No,
door.
I'm
cannot.
running towards it.
Yes, but there is going to be at some point in time a choke point.
Yeah, I would like to stay at the choke.
Who's going to be at the choke point?
I am currently occupying the checkpoint.
And how far away am I from the choke point?
As far as you'd like to be. You have movement.
Right here.
I would like to be in. Okay, I thought the door was behind
Do I
me.
get first up fireball?
I would like to be as far.
You can fireball if you'd like.
I'm running
I'm
towards
just
the
fireball
zombies.
thinking.
Oh, bolting. Yeah. You're going to try to target the same guy that you're to focus fire?
Whatever one's closest at
Into
this
the
point.
zombie.
Just random, the closest zombie?
Yeah,
Just
pop
trying to
shots.
slow him
Pop
down.
dots?
Can't really do much
Sure,
other
go ahead and roll
than
damage. I'm not too terribly concerned about you hitting an AC 8 zombie.
12 on that one.
Cool, you do a fair amount of fire damage to it.
Wait, is it D10 plus something, or is it just
It's
D10?
2d10.
Just 2d10.
Cantrips don't get any bonuses. Monri, you have been either dragged or left inside of a room that is mostly empty.
What is it?
Long corridor-esque room.
Where has everyone gone?
To fight the zombies.
What?
Like,
Because
Why?
what are you doing?
protecting the forest.
Guard the door.
How are you?
There's no trees here.
Okay, I'll turn to you.
I can't hear you in the tower.
There's a lot of logic.
Sir,
How big
what
is
is happening?
your character?
Am I still in the elevator?
You're all right now.
Okay.
Am I still in the elevator?
You are now at the ground. You're taking the casual route down.
Get out
Yeah,
of
is
here.
can I use a
Oh,
bonus
you're
action
leaving
before
or
I do my turn to send a message down to Laurentia?
Sure.
What I've noticed is, as soon as the pulse occurs, it affects the zombies. It doesn't actually raise them, but they tend to falter and have issues moving every time the pulse sound occurs. Just for your information, not sure what I'll do, but...
Cool observation.
Leave.
Doesn't help us now.
Real quick reaction. There is now a creature on your shoulder.
Cool.
Shoulder, yes. There's now weight and a
Too
creature
much
on your shoulder, like a bat has landed on you.
Throw 'em to the ground.
Okay, roll attack.
So that I don't forget later.
Good. It's like, but you know now, and that's what matters.
Thank God.
No,
Okay.
it's half.
You go to grab what appears to be a white creature that misses and scampers from one side of your shoulder to the next, clawing your armor in the process. And
Astrid!
Are you attacking cats now?
He said a white creature attacked me. I don't know.
all he felt was weight. So,
I know,
personally,
but if I see a cat,
I mean, you will see something appear out of the ether onto his shoulder that is a white creature that he attempts to grab, that it misses and goes over his
We're
shoulder.
being attacked by other creatures. Prepare yourself.
Astrid! Wait,
My name is Leif, not Ashford.
no.
I'll try to
Look out,
wrestle
friends,
it
there's
off
more
with
zombies.
shoulders.
Okay.
No.
Where is Note and...
they were on the bottom floor with us.
Barack was on the floor in the middle.
Yeah, so he's there. He's like in the candles room. Well, Note will be following.
No, she would be with me at this
Yeah.
point.
So, more things for you to see. You see, well, I guess a gargoyle would just be a
Barack was
statue.
in the floor with us, so he's still on the second floor.
So he's ringing on the second floor.
Yeah, unless he followed me up, which I...
Well, no, unless you asked him to.
I will ask him on my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's a sentient creature. You can ask me whatever you want. But Note is with you. So, now, more things. Astrid has appeared with the green guy. You now see an elf appearing from the distance with a displacer beast, small one.
Like a teenager.
And the current turn is Ruin. You're still up top, right?
That's correct.
Okay, good. You see more zombies go, a little more than half a dozen.
This isn't good.
They are shambling their way. So at this point, for those that are currently at the door, you're seeing your small Walking Dead-esque, mist-walking zombie horde approaching the door. They will probably be there by next turn, and you're looking at, I don't know, more than half a dozen to a dozen they'll get there.
Are they having clump though?
At this point they are, but you don't have line of sight because you're shooting down through a wing.
Okay. So do I get to?
At this point, it's
I
well,
haven't had a turn in a while.
you haven't had a turn. So what are you doing?
So I would like to go forward, and if I see that there's a whole bunch of undead, I'm just going to moonbeam in the middle of them.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be bad.
Well, it's single space, so just you're gonna pick one.
Yeah, like just a space where I see a whole bunch of zombies and just moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
then just move it around and try to kill them.
So you're gonna do spotlighting.
Pretty much.
Cool. All right. You are concentrating on what you can see, but keep in mind.
It's
It's
not
like
much.
looking straight out those doors right there. You pick one, you have pretty much straight vision, and there are lots of people blocking your sight. So you've got pretty much one space. You can't really move around.
I'm sorry, it's one space.
You can
right
move it
now.
like you've got
It'll
one
at least block.
axis.
It'll at least block the zombies from coming in at us.
Sure. Okay. You drop
one space.
you drop a
Movie,
moonbeam.
I don't cover 4 spaces. It's 5-foot radius, right?
No, it's a. I
It's a
believe-
5-foot
It's a
space.
single space.
It's like a
Oh no, moonbeams.
Wait, that was my turn.
You can't shapeshift either out of it.
Yeah. I thought movie was awesome.
Oh, moonbeam is lost. Anyway. Okay, well, you place a moonbeam on a singed zombie and it falls apart. Any other action economy, as we probably have skipped you a few times in the chaos?
I'm going to tell Note to hang back so he doesn't go forward and attack. So try to get him to stay in the back corner.
It opens its mouth and speaks in common. Food.
No,
Bad.
bad. There's a British guy inside of Note. It's fine. Just don't question it.
Okay. Monry. You were dealing with pure chaos.
We are fighting them.
We should not fight them. We should go take cover in the other room.
Leave me.
Bro.
I will dash with the speed of a monk.
With an old man?
He just throws him on his back like Yoda.
Right.
And I will swing open the door. And yeah, if we can make it into that room, that's where I will take it.
Okay, so you're going to go to the candle room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben and Old Man Manry go to the candles room. Laurentia, technically you're up, so you're going to see them go right past you. So you keeping a moonbeam.
Hey, Larissa.
Two oldish, old man in robes that could be an old man later in life.
Hi, old man. Because that's what you're like. Oh. Are the zombies stupid enough to go through the moonbeam? Like, have
Yes.
they moved at all?
They
So they're
are
just-
not a very intelligent of things.
Okay.
So more or less, if you manage to basically say you're going to film this direction, one of them is just going to be like, oh, I don't have an arm anymore, or whatever.
Okay, so they're
They're not like, tactical avoid the moonbeam. They don't do that. They go right through it.
so the door itself is a small space, right?
Yes, it is a choke point.
So I'm going to put the moonbeam literally right in front of the door, so that if they try to come through it, they're just going to get obliterated.
Who's in front of the door?
Are you?
You see the holy lights of the moon in front of you.
Yes.
It's like, I shall hold the door. But in front of you, not on you, thankfully.
Yes.
Yes, it actually is. That happens.
Should have made punch towards the zombies, diving in that lava.
You run.
You're
So you're
gonna-
gonna run through the moonbeam.
Oh yeah, this is Sailor Moon blessing me, bro.
Good.
Oh no.
Nope, we have a third character set up. Okay, shut
It
face.
doesn't hurt me, does it?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
It's still damaged.
I would run through it. I think it's helpful.
It's a saving throw.
You can roll with advantage because of your zeal and your faith of Forest Segaluni.
I don't know what it does in character or out of character. So here we go.
I should probably not.
Not good.
My plan.
Well, you feel blessed, and you're like, oh, you're empowered, and you probably just failed.
What is it?
2d10 that she's gonna roll.
Well, what's the saving throw?
You just
It's a con
whiz
save
con.
for half. And her DC is probably a 14 or 15, so I tell you.
It's 14.
You don't have a plus 10. So.
Nope. I have plus 6. So 13.
Marguerite.
So no, it's only 3 damage.
Okay. 3 radiant, as you just.
That is just
It's-
indoctrinating.
Wait, no. Did he fail? Did you fail? Or
He
did you
failed.
pass? Oh no, sorry, it's 7 damage.
And you said they were all zombie grow, right?
Zombie ground.
How many zombies are running?
They're all zombie mimics.
I had a really cool
What a
plan.
shame.
I'm gonna yell after you. I was going for the protect the door.
I don't even, 7
I feel like
damage.
run through
I don't
it.
even feel it.
Oh my god,
I feel like
bag
I'm
of fucking
just saying,
zombies.
I'm gonna go forward back. That's what I feel.
Make a concentration check to keep your shield of faith up.
That is true, but you just took damage.
Bitch.
I did it after I went.
Nope. Make concentration saving throw.
Oh my gosh, it's bad because either it drops and he.
Yep, and it drops.
Shield of, yeah, Salem was like, no, we just want you to do that.
Running is the best time.
I'll kill Ben.
Red on is so fast. So fast.
So you definitely you bonus yourself a shield, you charge, you are right in front of a zombie face. With many more zombies for you to kill.
Absolutely.
What are you doing? Your bonus,
No, is it, wait, did I lose my shield?
yeah, you
Cast it fucking again, let's go.
can.
Okay, can I attack?
Yes.
Alright, I'll do that.
You can attack.
14 hits.
That, yes.
Alright.
Pretty much don't roll ones and check.
Smite.
Smite.
Here we go.
Spell.
How do I do this?
It's 1d. It's your damage die plus 2d8.
And
3d8
3d8
does
undead.
it. Yeah.
An extra 1d8 if it's an undead creature.
I heard 3d8 because I'm
I
dead,
never
and I was just
Where
like,
did
that.
that- Where did that green one go?
In his case, it's undead, fiends, and
12.
fae.
12 damage.
12 damage total. It's still alive.
What zombies?
What do you say?
But you definitely take a chunk out of its decrepit torso.
Would be the first time.
Ben, at this point, you have either made it to the room or with the new light of information for your compatriot, you're up.
I will.
Look at that.
So are we inside the room with the door closed? Or not yet?
It has not been closed. We've had it. You
Please
should be safe here.
You should help your friend.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
We're not friends.
Please don't tax yourself.
The cat, by the way, is still on your shoulder. It's on your head.
Weirdly from travel or like.
After there's up, then I can help. Okay. So it'll straight.
It's a freak, that cat's freaking out.
You did just run.
It decided you and it chose.
It's very good.
It's got like, it's like singeing from the moonlight.
What a shame.
Okay.
So, just so you know, your cat, your familiar, is currently out there.
Oh yeah.
I will dash towards the doorway, and I will bonus action.
Well, given that you went far enough to go and drop him the candles,
Is this a new turn or no?
same.
Oh,
Technically, I
okay.
wasn't anticipating him going out, so technically you're immediately after him. So you went far enough to drop them all, probably can get back to the door.
Okay. So I'm like.
Just routes out for.
Um,
Well, if you go outside, you're gonna get by the moonbeam.
oh, excuse me. I'm thinking other room. So this is the actual door, or like back here.
It's like through the other door.
Yeah, so you're in the
towards
candles room, and then there is the west wing.
Gotcha. So
West wing and candles.
I basically walk back through the candles door, and I'm looking at the rest of the room because that's the end of my movement.
Got it.
And
Rune,
you see me.
you see Leaf just charge out, and he's got a white helmet.
Do I have line of sight on
Surrounding
zombies
the
now?
fans away.
You do now, yeah. He's definitely being swarmed.
Alright, should I go with my original plan or this?
My shield
I
is
feel like
the
my
air.
plan was solid.
It was a good one.
It was a really good plan.
Thematically, I see firebolts coming in. I raise my shield and get small.
Well, this was even better than a fireball.
So,
Not-
do it.
25 points worth
Really
of
good
trivia.
It was a solid plan of moonbeam and then
I
I'm dead.
Okay, so do I have line of sight on like the entire zombie group? that's
For
around
25
me?
points worth of trivia,
It's-
what are these?
Those are
Blessings
blessings
for
from
Calendor,
Kellenthor.
Shepherd of the Outpost.
It would be so cool to use one in like a situation where.
So, surrounded, right?
He is becoming surrounded.
How many zombies are
Just hold your action until I.
I'd say there's about 6 that are about to. I'd say that he's about to be completely surrounded from every single angle. Next turn.
You might want to pray.
Correct. Are these I thought these were like vials,
They are
Oh, like
the capsules.
mist.
capsules, right? And we were told to meditate and pray upon
Alright,
them.
Pray upon
I'm gonna throw another firebolt at the closest one for right now.
Kiddo, roll damage. Just not gonna even bother.
I have an awesome plan, but I'm saving it until there's more.
Okay.
I had an awesome plan that someone ran through the moonbeam.
14
Whoever
fire.
has the next 14 fire damage.
Whoever has the next awesome plan, I'll
It's still alive. It's
Okay,
definitely
like,
very
don't
damaged.
worry.
My plan is amazing. Also, Brock, get up here!
You say that.
Yes.
It's been said.
But does he actually?
He just
It
I may require your assistance.
has been said.
Yeah, start listening, I'm gonna build that damn room.
More zombies are popping up.
Make myself a freaking gargoyle leash.
Yeah, you don't want that shit.
No, you fucking.
Don't worry, I have a plan to rescue you.
You chose your own path.
I can't hear you. I'm not. Thank you.
Assuming you survive what's about to happen.
My character is better. Enemies.
They are not this formed, by the way. They are quite across the large courtyard in a very Walking Dead-esque fashion. That said, to give you a magnitude of the horde you're dealing with,
I have an idea.
I'll just end my session here and call it a week.
We
Oh,
may
I was
need
gonna say,
to take a long rest if I do what I'm about to do,
say
because I'm
without
gonna be
getting
useless,
angry
but...
about.
I don't
Well,
know.
I have an idea too. So if we all go
it's
into
old-
a
it's
room,
only
we can
been
close the
like last
door,
season. Do you know last season?
and
Really
boom.
cool
I got it.
okay.
It's
Visual representation of your horde distributed way past what the battle map will currently allow.
Surprisingly,
With the exception of
The ones that are currently attacking the crap out of you. Right.
I'm like, I don't know how far back I can go, or where I can go for Game of Thrones before you get
No, I didn't
angry.
wait till the end of the year before I watched this season.
Well, that's going to be easy because there's only 7
next week.
episodes.
Fortunately, I have a plethora.
And they leaked episode 4. So,
I just feel like there's just not enough content. We can do 7 episodes and everything's just like shoved with stuff like you could.
Your armor class is 20, correct?
21,
Put 3 more episodes in here.
1 because of your super shield.
if you would like to let me have a show space, it would be 23. Nope.
Just wait till you're level 6.
I can't hear
Level 6.
you. I am down.
I was wondering you say you're level, just wait till you're level 6.
Battle.
So you get swamped by zombies, which start wailing on you.
Absolutely.
You take more damage than you were anticipating.
Sounds good.
Go to your voice.
With a total of 19 points of damage.
You sure you can survive if I
Big
know something?
red
Okay, just making sure.
It's like just,
Which means, Honor, you're up.
Cat still on the shoulder?
Cat is still on the shoulder. He's just like jumping as zombies are clawing at him, just meowing up a storm.
So I can move from the room I was in, still get out of sight.
Yeah.
Out the door.
So did the cat burn up in the moonbeam?
Oh, it got singed to fuck.
Oh, okay.
He's on like holy fire.
Wait.
That's good. I will cast a daylight on my cat.
Okay.
More blessings coming your way.
So,
but just for the cat.
60-foot radius of bright light extends out from the cat that's still on your shoulder, so for you.
So it pokes one around you. Boom!
Oh my god.
Pulses the light.
Feed this demon horde.
It's a good thing because the light that pulses from this cat definitely pierces through the shroud of mist. You can now see, including Rune, who can now provide the best badge from a top-down view, there is probably somewhere between 20 to 50 zombies on the ground.
I have an idea.
You shall kill them all. Get massive experience.
Well, if you want to send him a message,
I can't hear you now.
He can if he sends a message to your head. With
The next person who would be up, however, is Laurentia.
Okay. So he ran out there.
He did. He is now a beacon of light, daylight specifically,
But I've got Moonbeam in front of the door,
which is moonlight.
which is moonlight.
Also amazed at every
So I'm going to
yeah, maybe you don't.
take this time and be like, damn it. And then go to Note. And I'm going to be like, you know what? I had a plan. It was a solid plan. And I am going to pray on one of these things next to Note and be like,
Note's like,
it's like, I need to focus and not get hit. I'm going to pray on this. We're going to see what happens. Why did he run through the moonbeam? I don't know, but we're going to see what happens.
okay, you start praying?
I'm going to pray
Okay, you pray.
on my blessing.
Sounds like we need one.
I'm like, I don't know what the hell's happening.
You start to pray.
Just keep it next to Note, just like keeping calm, like
Can't hear you.
stupid, petting Note, just keeping calm. Yep, that's fair.
Note is very confused by your life choices.
That's fair.
He's just
Note to the front.
he's caterwauling at you. He's like, what are you doing? Okay, so you pray. Leaf, you're up.
My turn.
Your turn.
Shield of Faith again.
Bonus action, go crazy. Now you have 22. 23.
Dodge action.
Dodge action.
And I yell back, hit him with a volley! And that's it.
He is dodging while swarmed. Ben.
Look to Learn Chips. He's very calm.
Trying.
I'm like,
Drop it! Drop the moonbeam!
She
He's
can't.
out there!
I am praying currently. You are disturbing my prayer.
Oh,
I am disturbed.
Are we not supposed to learn from Roger?
Not now!
And yeah, I have my stuff ready, and I'm holding my action to run out the door once the moonbeam drops.
Okay.
Or is moved.
Sure. Rude.
Okay, so do I have line of sight to all of the zombies?
Define all of the zombies. You currently have somewhere to the kin of 3 dozen zombies.
Okay, so here was my idea. Level 1, I wanted to use my plan was, depending on whether or not I have line of sight, was to get line of sight if I don't have it.
Line of sight's not a problem because for the most part, he has breached the trigonometry of your downward trajectory by going past the keep. Where
So I don't need to do my original plan, which was to run and jump off of the keep, throw the fireball, and then Misty step back.
You do not need to do that.
Oh my god.
Barack, however, has not yet come up, so.
Okay, what I would like to do is see, is it possible for me to use inspiration and merge my 2 second level spell slots into one gigantic fireball?
2 second levels?
Yes.
No. However, you can cast it with a single second level and drop off 2 dice. With an inspiration. Weaker fireball.
I mean, my 2 third levels, I didn't mean
Oh, okay. So,
I wanted to burn both of my third level slots into one giant fireball.
okay, so Spirit Bomb?
Yes, Spirit Bomb. Basically like Armageddon-sized fireball. Like I want to get as much of the courtyard as possible in fire.
Sure. You
Spirits of
can
fire.
absolutely kill an inspiration point and do that, and what that will do is increase its radius.
Yep, that's the plan.
Okay. That will also hit Leaf.
Alright, can I change the damage type or is that not...
Now, I think you've been fighting the zombie. You've gone more than the first turn of pew-pewing, so you've exceeded the first turn.
Okay, so I'm changing it to Radiant.
Okay.
So basically I'm like Radiant fireballing as large of an area as possible.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. And Leaf, roll your save. Which is dex
Fireball
save.
is 8d6.
It is 86, correct.
I just want to hear the damage first.
And then you roll and see like
5, 8, okay. 10. Just an open door.
Yeah, you were like,
15,
Right, an open doorway.
14,
Blast
15,
that comes
Through which flames might.
16.
Yeah, I'm looking down that.
It's like, am I in the doorway?
16
Damn
plus
it,
12.
yeah. I mean,
So,
I stopped you from going out into
28.
definite damage.
people need to roll saves. You need to roll a save. You need to roll a save with advantage.
Apparently he said he was in front of the door as well,
Because
right?
I was out there.
Roll a save with advantage.
Am I
What's
fine?
the reason?
You were fine.
I'm just like, oh.
Oh,
My
We can have
DC is now 15.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, not good.
And it's a dex save?
Yeah.
Hurt me.
Yes! Take half damage.
Fuck yeah! I get real small under the shield, under the
Yep,
hit
take
my
half
shot
The
shield.
shield
A
reaction.
green dome appears over me.
You
Fuck you, zombies!
Because
still take half damage.
I do not, because I have shield reaction for
If you
Shield
take
Master.
if any time with a dex save, you would take half damage. If you pass the save, you take no
That's
damage.
the animation
Shield
assessment.
Master.
I'll see you.
So that was 28
You're
radiant
definitely
damage.
going to put yourself in a shitty situation.
I make the save, so I take half.
Natural
so,
20.
What was the damage?
Yes.
28 radiant.
Oh.
20. I will be
Oh, one more
emboldened
level,
by
I think
this
I'll have
further.
resistance to radiant damage, but not right.
Your cat, Astrid has been atomized. Very ethereal cat.
Oh, yes, right, as well.
28, you said? Yeah. I forgot the cat was out there.
Just like, I killed.
Well, he's been
So-
It would have changed what you did.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know there was a cat.
A
So
lot of zombies, just one cat.
You're praying on this thing, and in your hands appears a white cat. So you're praying this thing, and your hands become quite fuzzy, and as you open them up, you're now holding a white cat.
This is the best thing to ever have prayed on. Can I pet the cat?
It does. It looks at Note. It's in a cat staring contest with those placer beasts.
It's okay. I know he's
how
freaking.
many zombies?
Yeah, this is like the best prayer ever. I prayed and a white cat appeared in my hands. Best
Where
day
are you in the
ever.
same room as us?
No.
Yes.
Well, she's in the candles room.
I'm in the
praying.
candles room. Yeah.
You guys went to the west wing at the
Sort of
door.
like Moonbeam, I'm out of it.
She's basically like, and we leave, and it's time to pray for our souls.
Yep. That's my thing. I'm like, I'm gonna hold this in case they come through here, and I'm gonna keep my concentration so we don't lose it in case. I didn't know
This dice is the
spiritual
only thing I'm
bomb was
rolling.
gonna happen. I was.
You absolutely nuke a good chunk of the courtyard.
Yes.
Throwing stops.
Let's go kill the boss.
Can I talk to the
I need
cat?
to rest first.
I would like to talk to the white cat.
I don't
I think we should rest.
So,
wait,
hold on. So-
Second, first level stop.
Are there any zombies out left there?
you are currently in what would be post-apocalyptica, with nothing but ash and mist.
Ben, I can't see the zombies. What happened?
I believe I got them all.
Ben, am I still alive?
You are, I don't know.
Next time, trust the forest.
What did
I sent a message to you. You asked for an artillery shot, remember?
Yeah, message back. Well done, sir. Well
Yeah,
placed.
yeah,
well shot.
Abacus shows up! Barakaduke.
No,
You're not even here. He's up in the tower.
You mean Barack shows up?
Yeah, Barak shows up. Barakaduke.
You're a bit late, but
A
thank
duke.
you.
Barak.
Yeah, but still, you're a little late.
A Duke Barak. Barakaduke.
Can you just say Obama?
Come on.
Anyway, can you carry me down? It might expedite the travel for me.
A Duke. And he offers the arms.
Yes, thank you. I'll let him pick up.
I feel like that's not why you did it. I feel like that's not.
We nuked them all.
We?
I was the center of attraction.
That.
I'm a sexy elf.
I was gonna talk to the white
You're
cat.
very far away, by the way.
I know. Like,
So, in terms
This
of
was
spatial
in
relationships, flying down gnome with a gargoyle, out in the courtyard of post-apocalyptica, with everything, Dad, that you can tell about. At the door, basically, the fallout of a nuclear bomb explosion, having debris, radiant fire, singeing. Roger is gone. The cat is gone. Astrid's gone, that you can tell.
I'm cuddling a white cat.
You're in the back with the
Just
cat.
cuddling
The cat.
a
She's
white-
surrounded by
I'm
felines.
getting a
I'm
cat.
admiring my handiwork. As
Yes,
I'm
you
going down.
you feel
Lying
pride.
down.
I yell back to Rune, well struck, Rune! Well struck!
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
You're welcome.
You witnessed radiant fireball damage, which is not theoretically possible.
I stab.
done this?
I stab a zombie as I walk back to the front.
Evil.
There's nothing to stab. You've been
I
atomized.
stab
That was
the
amazing.
ground.
Stab the ground.
Yes.
Can I ask the cat what his name is? I
It's
have
currently a
cat.
staring contest with no
I'm
check.
still gonna talk to it.
I'm apparently a caster of amazing talent.
I can
It
talk
takes
to
out a
animals.
paw.
Nope.
Well,
Don't pat him.
Oh my
That might not be a good idea.
Puts a paw on Note's
God.
snoot.
That was amazing.
Okay, that's fair. He's a British guy right now, so that's okay. He doesn't quite understand.
Note bares his teeth and you start running around the room.
Oh, come on, guys.
I know
Okay, I'm gonna tell Note to stop.
Animal handling. Have fun.
Okay.
Oh, I can speak with animals, so I roll.
I can also.
Oh my god.
And they so far away.
It's not great, but 10? No.
You have a large cat chasing a small cat around the entire candles room. So in your pride, pain, there's now the cacophony of cats fighting in the background.
Well, that's odd.
What's
Leif,
happening?
Did I land yet, or am I still flying down?
You have officially landed.
Leif.
So let me know when I can try
You see
again
the power
to
of Igris
calm him
on
down. Because
You'll be dealing with that for a while.
I believe that was one of the most impressive spells.
Are you alright then? That was a moan I haven't heard before.
A different moan.
Oh, did you come on?
Who is that? Are you alright? You need healing.
I could use it.
Oh, I apologize.
I don't have any for you. You bastard.
Wait, who are you? And you went to the courtyard, man. How the hell did you get?
Who is this man?
I was standing next to the door.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't know you were there.
Ruin.
Who's this old man?
Ben, is this your new friend? I thought we were friends.
Why is he middle man here?
How you doing, Varys?
Inside.
I have no idea. I saw zombies.
Also, my dad's the same size. I'm a gnome.
Wait.
That's a gnome.
Rune.
I hear so many voices, but I can't
No,
see.
inside.
Baraka-doo.
I
Alright,
smack
maybe we should walk in there and see what's wrong with the poor fools that got caught in the bus race.
Please stop.
Barak.
Thank you.
I'll have to teach you about how to speak English.
We should get further into it. It's more fun.
Yes.
He's a year of downtime.
This is a English-speaking continent. Thank
Your
you.
name?
Oh, the
Thaddeus.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Ben. Come, let's go.
Thaddeus. I'm
I'm so very.
Why is that old man? Oh, I apologize for that. I didn't know you would be within the radius. I also didn't know you existed.
Who?
Until a few moments ago, so
Who is that?
aiming away from you wasn't possible.
Wait, can you not see?
No,
Why not?
I'm very old.
How old are
And
you?
something so bright burned me.
Well, that is the light of justice, sir.
Well, actually, it was a
I'm
modification
not
of
the
fireball.
best.
Rhoda is the light of justice! Nature has willed it.
Well, I've got some time to go to the bathroom.
I just let that happen. I'm dealing with 2 cats
It
right
was
now.
a
It's fine.
nature-willed radiant explosion.
Yes, whatever.
Yggdrasil has willed it.
Ben,
Yggdrasil has willed it.
Come to the
I'm
back
very,
room.
I live.
very fragile.
Yes, it protected you from the fire, but it
Yes,
created
yes,
the radiant
sir.
power.
But it was available to create the
Where
protection
I-
bubble
In the lights.
due to the wildness of the fire.
Who else is here?
So we're gonna show Dee in here as well. She is currently
I'm dealing with 2 cats right now. Just like,
she's watching a small white cat stare at a larger black
oh no,
cat.
they're getting
Actually,
chased.
Actually, are you just
He's being chased by
are you
the
just
by the-
collecting
Oh, they're
those
chasing
felines for some reason?
You have found another.
Yeah. And I will
I
Is that
pray
like
this
an
cat
even smaller-
appeared.
What is
Is
that?
that like an even smaller cat?
What's a cat?
You know what a cat is.
No, I
Yes.
didn't touch a thing.
I've seen
I'm so old.
Man,
I've
why
seen
is
a
there
note
actually
there.
not enough cats?
I have
Feel
words.
effect.
Cat.
Is it good?
It's good.
Can we eat it?
How was I supposed to
Why
know
not?
you were walking out in the middle of the death
Is
zone?
cat delicious?
No, no cat.
That's what you
That would
speak
be
to.
Astrid. Leave her out of this.
Astrid. Your name is Astrid.
Oh,
Nice to meet you,
Now, I
Astrid.
believe the cat's name is Astrid. His name is
That's Note.
I'm Thaddeus.
There's more than one cat, Leaf.
Who?
A white cat. Have you seen it?
Leaf, there's more than one cat. There are 2 of them.
They call me the White Lion.
No, they don't. No one calls you that, and they're also green.
I feel nearly half as healthy. Ah,
Good to
But
hear.
it's just a flesh wound.
Well, how was I supposed to know you would all be caught in the blast radius? That dude was stupid as him to go out in the middle of the dead.
Excuse me, it was a tactical
Who's
advantage set up by
who's
you.
there?
Let me be. I'm Rune Dog Garrick. You call me Rune.
Room.
I am Leif Ashman of the
He is
forest.
the
Leif.
full responsible
Leif.
for the wound.
Life.
Eric.
Fool.
Room.
Have you
How would you be
ever-
so
There-
careless, Rune?
Wasn't careless.
Ben, do not chime
You
in
have
for making
any idea how many of them
Mock.
there were?
of the zombies. We murdered them.
There were over 3 dozen,
Forcefully.
including in on you. And the fool charged out in the
Can I
middle.
try to
I
call the
assumed
cats
he was the
again?
only one stupid enough to go out there, and that you were all sensibly
I
taking
stabbed
cover.
Rune.
Therefore,
Sure,
I
roll the hit.
blasted the entire
11. For some reason, I'm
You know
just
why
not.
we would need to take cover?
24.
You stab Brune.
Ow!
Yggdrasil, guys. We don't besmirch Yggdrasil.
Firebolt!
Reaction shieldness.
Okay. I mean, You guys can fight with each other and just kill each other. Go nuts.
Okay.
What is happening?
He's
Why is there more battles? I'm ready to turn.
A lot.
Wait, hold on. I haven't heard about how much did you hit me with?
24.
I doubt you using shield that way enough to block
I
that.
know, because you suck.
200 roleplay.
I don't know what to do here.
Ben, quick!
9 baby.
What's wrong?
I cannot see anything. Tell me what's going on. Stop it!
Are you doing lethal or subdual damage?
So, I didn't know shit.
So 25.
Because that's going to matter for your oath, sir.
Off of that.
14.
Did you do subdual damage or lethal damage to Ruben?
What's the difference?
Are you trying him with the blunt end of your stick? Or
I
sword?
just want to smack him.
Oh, that's just 1 point of damage.
You said one.
You're
I
like,
don't know.
You said
you're like, you're not trying to run the sword
I'm gonna
6 to 12 inches through him. You're trying to get the tip.
There is a contact.
Couple
I
inches
thought
in
you
him.
were trying to skewer me, which is why I said fire.
You take a point of damage, of piercing damage. He's not attempting to kill you.
Okay, then I'm back this time.
I smell a wood elf.
Then I am zapping him for a point of electric damage.
React.
Tree though.
React. Impose disadvantage.
Fine, I'll roll it.
Yeah, you will.
You can't just
He accepted it!
You
He
can't.
accepted it! He accepted it! You didn't hit shit. Get out of here. You're at 3. Fuck.
God damn it.
What is happening?
See if I save you next time.
So Rock's like,
You didn't say anything. It was a tactical.
he's like so happy with the chaos right now.
There's a nurse.
Alright.
Well done.
It's like letting what's down like
Fire.
because he's so heavy.
I'm gonna go there like, stop!
Thaddeus.
What
Nature has spoken.
is, hey,
It's just spoken about.
hey! Who's the old guy?
I don't know. Some fool that wandered in here got caught in the blast.
I'm pretty young, so I don't know.
Okay, that's not helpful.
Rachel,
Hi.
this is Thaddeus.
Okay.
She's very angry that
He
you
was escaping the zombie attack.
This is a wood elf I smell. I'm Thaddeus.
I grab his
There.
hand and shake it.
Please don't reach
Okay.
out.
I mean, he's technically blind, so you're shaking a nice manly hand.
Nice to meet you.
Whoa.
Alright.
Just feeling that chest plate.
Alright,
Yes, that
so
is my bark.
you ran out
Oh,
into.
wait.
Yes, the stupid tree ran out into the middle of the zombies,
Are-
and I blasted them all.
Are the zombies
Thank you for
gone?
calling me a tree. That's very.
Yes, I
that's very
blasted
nice.
all of them. They're all gone.
Okay, what are you doing here?
I've been wandering for days. I thought I'd come upon something to sleep in.
So you came to a decapitated or dilapidated
Hey,
area.
it's dilapidated. The walls felt solid.
He's been wandering for days. Give this man some food. I hand him the rest.
Oh, Leif,
Hold on.
Leif, is it?
That is. Please, take from the floor.
I'm create
This is man.
Okay, perhaps we take this conversation
A
behind
montage.
closed doors.
of Andrew's
I reckon.
face.
You're not-
Just constantly.
I give him water as well. Please, Thaddeus, shrink from my water spit.
Leif,
How in the hell did a blind man get in here?
Okay,
Can I
He's
change the
blind.
portrait?
How did you
Oh
get
my
to the
God.
dead forest blind?
alright, you know what? There's a lot of questions that we have,
yes.
but right now, let's just go to
How did you
safety.
get to the dead forest blind?
How did you get a blind character? That's Dave. That's my question.
Roll deception at this point.
What death forest?
Oh my god.
You want to roll?
The final result.
27.
Anyone who's contesting this is welcome to roll insight.
But we have to be at 26. I'm not
Otherwise,
contesting it, I just want everyone to stop bickering and just go inside of a closed area away from potential zombies.
14. You know what?
I don't care at this point. There's just so much bickering.
Nope, I got a 14.
Okay. He's very compelling.
Very odd of that.
You're my friend, Thaddeus. That's all. I saved you.
Leif, salute bless you. If you would care for an old man.
Absolutely. Grab onto my shoulder. And I
Yes.
move over to make sure he can grab onto my shoulder.
Astrid.
I still don't understand how a blind man made it in.
Is that rat yours, sir?
At this point,
Astrid.
athletics check.
Rock, am I the
Just
only
you.
one that this isn't adding up for?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Who is added?
24.
Okay. A cat goes between your legs. Note shoulder checks you, of which you hold your ground as the beast just
Yes.
past you, chasing the small cat.
Someone so small.
Silly cats.
Half
Sometimes get
animal.
it.
And it immediately hides behind Thaddeus.
Ah, Astrid. Thanks, Salute.
Barack, am I the only one this
Is that your
confusing
cat?
who doesn't have that phone?
Yes, Astrid is my spirit guide. She's all I can see.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys know that I prayed on our blessing, and that cat showed up in my hands.
Ah, a message from Salute, perhaps. Who do you pray to?
That's not a blessing.
I don't pray to. I prayed to Kellamvor, but I am aware of Salune.
You pray to Kellamvor?
I played that.
I do
It
regularly,
was
yes.
a blessing for Kellamvor. I'm going to pray to Kellamvor for the blessing from Kellamvor.
Yes, that's a.
That is just
I
not-
believe his question was, who do
Blasphemy.
you pray to personally?
No one in particular.
Rundar, you were
Who do I?
responsible
What is
for
the?
that
Is it the?
destructive wave.
Sylvanas would be the closest.
Oh,
Father of the
Sylvanas.
Wilds.
Undead,
Okay,
yes.
Sylvanas.
Yes, that was.
I mean, if she is religious, which as a shepherd and a spirit guardian, I'd
She
imagine
should be,
she would
so
be.
Sylvanas.
Ben. We
So
have
you might want to correct that since I think they've moved
So
on.
sorry, Sylvanas is who I pray to.
Significant casters
Should write that
of
down.
Rundar. I respect your capability of the magical arts. And I forgive any transgression, incidental harm.
I'm sure Ben can heal it at some point.
How much damage have you taken then?
Oh, quite a bit.
I need a number.
I have been burned exactly.
On a scale
This
of
many
1 to
times.
100, where do you feel you are?
I am not good with the numbers, so
See, I feel like
please
there
use your word.
5 damage from
I
that
am not
heart.
bloody, but boy, do I feel cold.
It looks like the blast burned half. of
Excuse
his
me.
body.
I'm
The front half of me is severely injured.
I shall use my lay on hands.
You can lay on hands on the old man as much as you'd like. For how much?
Take
I would
it
like
out.
to not the gross misconduct you have inferred. sir.
You're just laying your hands all over it.
Yeah, yeah. You.
I would be content.
I would not accept that from the nature council. God damn it. we're on the same team.
paladin.
You get no healing now because you were lewd.
Me?
No.
Barack,
How
we're
much
all
do you
being
get?
weird.
Come on.
Oh,
Baraka Duke.
You know, about
I need to
19
do so you can at least
make me
comprehend.
feel
I can at least comprehend.
But
A duke.
10 would suffice.
How much?
Do we have at least 10 minutes or no?
You take 19. I'm good.
Oh.
I mean, with as much as this group bickers, you probably have an evening.
I'm going to take 10 minutes to comprehend
We should
languages
take-
while they're all bickering.
We should take the elevator up first.
Does your invocation allow you to hear languages or just?
No, I can just read.
Okay.
We should go up to the elevator to discuss
What?
our next course of action.
I agree.
Oh, we're going
We all
upstairs.
staying together.
Ben, you
right?
are wise.
But we will not all fit on the elevator.
I shall follow.
So here is.
Nathan, Runda, the woman who found my cat, what was her name?
is
She's still
It's
here.
Lorenzi.
I-
She's like about 10 paces in that direction.
Ah, Lorenzi.
yes. What is your name?
I'm Thaddeus. Thank you for
Yes.
finding my Astrid. She came
As-
to you for a
As the
reason.
pure volume of the party begins to die down, blind Thaddeus does not see, but would notice, due to his length, that the white cat is leaving out the west wing doors.
Is there a reason why your cat's leaving you?
Ah. He just starts following her.
Is it?
Thaddeus, where
What's
are you
your
going?
cat
Where are you
doing?
going?
There could be more out there.
More of what?
I am ready at third moment.
Yes. Leif has taken great care of us, and Rundar's capable casting.
The cat disappears as it leaves the doorway.
Oh, this is bloody awful.
I follow the cat.
Oh, either it's safe or we will.
Well, Barack, we'll have to.
Astrid has never
Translation
seen
again.
you.
learn our lessons the hard way.
She did steer you into our loving care, so.
It is quite a warm embrace.
Burning, if one
Well,
would
Barack,
say.
we'll have to attempt this comprehension again later. Let's move on.
A duke.
Apparently, you're not going to be courteous enough to give us 10 minutes for me to do casting.
Apparently, we're now following an old guy following a cat, so you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
I find that weird.
You are all about the cat 5 minutes ago.
Well, personal opinion, because that old man.
You're blind, so-
You all seem to have this hero.
I'm blind, but
So
Astrid is all I can see, despite my blind.
correct. So you're seeing through Astrid.
Yes,
As-
I see. I
You
can
see
where
Astrid.
she goes.
Right. The thing that you would notice because only you were there for it was that previously the mist you could only see Astrid's ears. At this point, it appeared to be lower now, as her entire head is visible. There's less mist. But the only person who's at difference, because you have a frame of reference with your cat, is you. But you're pretending to be blind.
Okay.
So,
He is blind.
Is blind. Thaddeus is quite blind.
Very blind.
I'll be walking.
His name is definitely Thaddeus.
Regardless, the cat, Astrid, we'll call it the cat, is walking its way out, head above the mist. So it's just a cat head in the mist, patting its way towards the door.
Which door?
The large keep door.
The one that has the ominous sound coming out of it?
It has stopped.
Also, the large keep door has.
The sound is off.
magic on it,
The
if you
thrumming
remember
is
correctly.
done.
Magical in what way?
Well, there's an aura around it originally,
Right.
that may or may not have indicated enchantments
Yes.
or traps.
This is no normal person.
Yeah,
You're
it is.
very astute.
I managed to dodge out of the way, and I still was injured. He took the full blast and he's
Rundar, what can you tell me about the way this door looks?
Well, there's-
Is there writing words about it?
I'm
Well,
skeptical.
Give me 10 minutes, I can do my
I
magic.
don't believe the
I
stumbling
need
through.
time,
You know what
damn
we
it.
went through.
The wizard's dilemma. I need 10 minutes for life.
Everyone needs time.
Do you think we
What
should
can you
follow
tell
him?
me now? You're a man of capabilities.
So what's magic
Tell
on
me
it? Do I
what-
click
Kind
on
of
it, or
right now,
comment
so
on
they
the
are
names
at
or anything
least.
upon it, or drawings?
That depends on how you approach and wish to investigate.
To investigate
Something's
the
off.
door
Something's off.
for signs of.
I agree.
That's my investigation.
Got it.
However,
I
his
would
cat
suggest
did
you look
appear
for
when I
writing.
prayed on the blessing.
Yes, well, I want you to look for like writing or signs of like arcane.
You would start with investigation,
Okay,
of
So-
which we had someone who rolled already. So,
Skepticism.
do you have proficiency in investigation?
I do.
Then you can
Caution.
roll advantage with it.
Is the cat anywhere near them?
The cat is patting its way towards the large keep doors. It does stop approximately, 10 feet away and sits.
All right,
And
I'm
looks at
next
the
to the
door.
cat. I don't know.
You said I got advantage on that?
That is your advantage. The other roll is the
Ooh,
2.
They're both horrible. But I got a 7 plus 4, so I have an 11.
Based off of what you recalled previously, there appears to be some enchantment on the door, of which you cannot discern origin, type, just that it's enchanted. And it's no longer doing something it was before, which is good or bad,
Well,
which includes all the encompassing things it could be.
it's enchanted, and the enchantment is lesser than it was.
Should we consult the cat?
I can talk to the cat. Can I talk to the cat?
You can.
I
In
would
fact,
like to-
both of you can
Yeah, I would like to
the
talk
cat.
to the cat. Be like, why are you leading us to the door? In cat.
Good question.
You can understand what she's
Cat looks up, its big blue eyes at you.
You speak cat also. Are you a druid?
And it looks to the door, and you don't see it meow anymore, but you two here, you of the kindred animal world, hear the words, "It's open."
I open the door.
You don't.
That's all. What are
Leaf
you doing?
walks forward and begins to open the door. Reactions.
Stop it! Stop it now!
I yelled at the cat. Said it's open.
That's.
Stop it
He
now!
just said it's open.
Stop
Just-
it. Words, made
I
reactions.
trust Astrid.
I just
Just stunned.
shame.
Just-
Shame.
He stunned,
It's like-
he stunned and striked your soul. Your spirit, water vase.
And I don't claim ownership.
Okay, good.
The vapor inside.
Okay, you touched the large wooden doors, the few thing that exist in this keep besides the candles door that appears in well condition. Grabbing the large metal handles, you begin to pull it open. It is considerably heavy, but you are considerably strong. You begin to bellow it open as it creaks to the main room within the keep. The sight you see before you, the four of you, roll. Actually, no, you will not get to roll that. You know what? Roll intelligence with disadvantage. Everyone else can roll intelligence, except for Thaddeus.
Dose as in seconds.
And not good.
21.
6.
Is it a saving throw or just a check?
It's a check.
14.
21.
Rune. Considering you were awake for pieces of it, this brings back horrible phobias, the time in the mines, when a group was massacred at the landing. The entire main area of the foyer is littered with disembodied pieces of limbs and people. The floor covered in blood, sticky and thick and dry in other places that has been splattered. It looks like a massacre has occurred here.
He's here.
Who's where?
The man in black is most definitely here.
What man is that?
We knew that.
Yes, but I mean,
Why is he wearing
this is
black?
where he is. This is most definitely his work.
Who's wearing black?
Black that is.
The man who...
I am in green.
Yes, there was a man in black armor. The one
Can we
who
see anything
met
else?
The mines. You now remember
Yes.
someone there. But he's
There was also a very
people
powerful person.
in much the same way.
That I saw.
The room itself, other than being a foyer that is littered with carnage, includes
I
a
know it's something dark.
stairwell up
Something
that will branch out and back to the higher levels of the keep. There are at least ways behind the main staircase. Curiously enough, looking off to the left, there is no door. Looking off to the right, there is a door. Beyond the stairwells, up and potentially down, there are no other entrance exits than the ones you came in.
The bodies and like the limbs, are there any clothing of like signets or any sorts we can see?
That
who
sounds
they
like
were?
an investigation check.
That does sound
Are
like
you the lead
investigation.
investigator?
I am not the lead investigator.
I
You know
will-
who should be the lead
I will-
investigator.
I will investigate.
So, is this walking?
I
I'm
investigate.
picking
This
up
is
a right
walking?
smell.
Walking
I'm asking, you're investigating by peering through the door?
Which
Are
way
you
should we
approaching
travel?
it? Like how? Explain your investigation. She had general questions. From where you stand, that's not much of an investigation.
I'm
Sounds like I could
going
maybe
to
see.
enter and start looking through the bodies.
You start sorting through the carnage. Okay.
And I got a 17 on my investigation check.
Okay.
I'm looking for like bits of cloth and metal and any identifying things or...
Yes. So you definitely find scraps of bloody robes. You find two curious things among the mess. One is a dagger, one that you've seen before,
Ooh.
inlaid in the center with a thick, ebony, glass-like core. You also see a religious insignia, one you haven't quite identified, but looks very familiar from when the outpost itself was attacked.
Well, there were cultists here. I found one of their terrifying divine, well, I guess not divine, but demonic or fiendish daggers that we found before. The ones where if you slay someone with it, they come back as an undead under control of whatever deity enchanted the dagger. And then we also found this religious symbol we haven't quite looked into enough to find out what it is, but I'm betting we know.
I'm just going to call you Thaddeus for now.
Let-
Thaddeus.
Does that
Yeah, let me feel. Let me hold the insignia.
Does that mean they are the person that slayed them?
No,
If you wish to investigate, you can roll a religion check.
Let's see.
I am not proficient in
I like it. 9. Yep, seems like a religious symbol.
This has something to do with another's religion.
Good.
Yes, obvious observation, yes.
There's something else that you observe while you're totally trying not to see that you see. Based off of your origins, the body part and chunks seem to be devoid. Much like a person has body heat, life, energy seems to be completely missing, almost like darkness. They're a shade.
Something else about.
Ben, very similarly, life energy, different perspective, missing.
It feels cold in here.
Well, the demon that we know should be here does terrible things to everyone.
Can I tell if there's any sort
There's
of
sort of
tear or anything
product
like that
life-stealing
between
aura
the
around it. It's-
Realm tears?
There
kind of
is
thing?
something
You do not
missing.
detect.
These were cultists.
Okay.
Would the person who not slay them be friendly?
Well, we don't know if the particular fiendish entity is in line with the fiendish entity that they serve. I mean, they battle back and forth.
So there are just dead
the longer
bodies.
we stay in between the courtyard and this keep, I think the greater the danger that something could catch us in between. We should
Yes,
move
we should.
either in or out.
I assume we move in and continue.
Very well, then let's
One
continue.
avoids the
Close
predator of the
the
forest.
door behind us.
Well,
I think that would be wise.
I shall move forward if you would like.
very well.
Lady,
You're
you are your own man.
Let's continue.
Very
I would
true.
like to stay
So
with
it's-
them.
Let's move.
Well, Lee, close the door.
I'll go ahead and move in. I don't know what our marching order is, but we should probably establish that.
Are we moving in?
Yeah, your drill marching order would be
I
helpful,
believe
along
we're
with
moving
along with
Something was stolen
Astrid,
from
Note, and
Note is going to be by my side.
that's fine. Just
That's-
for a general
I
general
do.
reference, so that I know in case something happens where
Well,
your
I
gigantic
know
party
Rune
is.
was in front originally because you were investigating.
I will get
Yes. Barack would be with me, assuming he chose to continue following me.
He is his own gargoyle, so without direction, you find that he is very chaotic,
Well, I have directed him to follow me for the time being.
and you have given him orders to which he follows as loosely as possible.
I figured as much.
Rune, if you would let me take the lead.
So I imagine I'm second or
Very
third,
well.
like somewhere in like the middle group,
Yeah,
just
we'll
trying to.
establish this. So,
Yeah.
So
I can't
front is
cast
going
any
to
of
be
those.
here.
Whatever magic you have.
I have other
So
stuff.
I will let you
That's fine.
So I think Leif
Just
wanted to be
would like
first.
to
Front to rear.
protect in case of
I see.
incident. As you
I'll
yourself
be near the
behind.
back. Hold
I guess
on
I'll
to
be in the
someone
middle.
to lead me.
And is Astrid
Right,
still,
third.
did she move in with us when the door closed?
Much like Barack, yeah, but she generally
But
is.
you do fierce no
I'm in the
tang.
middle
Oh,
of
yeah.
Barack.
There's a more friendly no tang. Someone's like, I will murder
Keeps
you.
an eye on Note, the much larger
That's
cat.
in the rent, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just like, you want the Death Panther?
Is that cool? Oh wait, are we? So
Small creature, and typically is perching or doing its own thing. Much. There you go.
I'm
I
going
believe that is our
to
marching order.
propose something.
What would you
What if I were to turn into a spider and quickly scout the area?
Do not turn into a spider, please.
I believe that would be.
Let's get a better sense of barbarian before we decide
The
that.
forest will provide in the spider vision.
Maybe a stately gecko or a squirrel or
Or
a
would you like me to be a gecko? I can be a squirrel.
That's
All we
fine.
need now
That's fine.
is an owl for abacus.
We would need someone with low life senses. Maybe a
Okay.
Abacus,
Remember.
alert mode is also a Piper alert mode.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're
I can't remember, what do I
If
get?
Owl
If
Kobold.
anyone attacks you, I
Owl
will
bolt.
slay them.
You won't be able to see him if I don't have flight
Whoa.
speed yet as my
Do we have
move.
time to rest shortly?
Well, I can turn into stuff. I don't think I can do anything that flies.
I can't.
When I get home,
I don't think I can turn into anything that can fly.
You cannot.
Yes.
You can climb, you can swim, you cannot
I
fly.
have fun.
I might be able to pull it off, probably.
Do we also we've got one
I just
hospital
wanna
place? We can't go back there just yet. I mean, we just got here.
You're in the main street.
So, first thing,
Laurentia,
light source.
mother of the forest, would like to
Yes, there are light sources. There are
Into a
magical lanterns
creature
that appear
and
to
scout
be
out. What do you
perched
feel?
quite well on the stone walls, high,
Well, it's
Traditional.
which is very traditional lighting. You saw that even in your outpost when you typically are in Jacob White's house, people that have some degree of wealth can afford them, and they last pretty much forever.
Whoa.
interesting. We can get those when we get back, or we can steal these.
I mean, they're a cheap commodity, but yeah.
Whatever.
Room.
Like, you're in a very magical world, you have the equivalent of an LED light like these.
I just think of Dragon
Well,
Quest
yeah,
Builder.
it's
I'm gonna take the sconces.
Dragon Quest, I like these sconces. It's a nice sconce.
Medicine check on the limbs. So we're in a marching order currently, but I assume there's enough that I
You
can-
have plenty of time between investigation and whatnot. If there's more you wish to do in this room, you can roll medicine check. It would be a disadvantage given that you can't tell which is good to what person, really. What are you trying to get out of medicine?
Exactly. I'm trying to check the freshness of the limbs
Uh-huh.
as to the state of decomposition
Mhm.
and what the features are at the cut portion of it. For instance,
Like
the
when
arm
it's
is cut
torn
off.
or
Does it look
Was-
like it's normally cut off? Is this black and weird as shit? I don't know.
Sure. So kind of like cause of death and how dead are they? How long they've been dead?
Chewed
Yeah.
apart.
Given the shenanigans of the roll with disadvantage, but go ahead and roll medicine.
Is Note trying to eat
There's
you
going to be a
down?
13 total.
Good.
I
So
try
with
to stop
13,
eating undead things. Like, maybe not.
it is difficult to tell the exact time, but they have been dead for well over a week. They reek. There's definitely decomposition. What's throwing off the complete state of like necrotic decay is the fact of how they died, which definitely has quite a deal of negative damage. So necrotic, which seemed to almost mummify quite a bit of the flesh.
And judging on the blood, you said it's sticky as in not dried up.
Correct.
Room, do you think there could be some sort of temporal magic going on?
No, I believe like the mist would prevent it from drying completely.
But the doors
Is the moose
on
yeah,
this
is the moose
keep were
getting in?
completely preserved.
Well, with the mist rolling in here now,
There was no mist prior. That's what I'm saying.
we don't know that though. We weren't in here.
I think his point is that with a week's time, how come blood has become viscous and not dry?
Well, is it? Blood can take a long time to dry. There's a lot of mist. If it's like sitting in the mist,
Like humidity?
yeah.
If there is humidity here,
What I guess I'm saying is, could there be some sort of enchantment on here that is preserving this room? Why is the rest of this keep in ruins? Let's say this was 100 days ago. Why on earth is everything else in shambles, yet this remains? Why is the keep still preserved?
Well, I checked. There was a chance on the doors. I mean, the construction might be different. The materials might be different.
So it might be different.
I would need time to.
And another question is, why would they want this preserved? Unless it was housing something
They
important.
have a macabre sense of decoration.
What would be important here, of all places?
Maybe they enjoy sleeping among corpses.
The outpost that we've been staying at has been,
Moving forward?
I haven't read too many treated
it's seen better days. The undead
really get
come
an idea.
every so
Or
often.
we move
They
forward
take
since I've been.
forward
resources as well.
is a few different things. You have stairwells that go up that will then branch out.
encountered any
behind you to the
of
second
new
floor.
problems?
You have, it appears to be passageways behind the grand stairwell.
Been lost.
You have a door off to your right. You have no door off to your left. I think the main foyer in Resident Evil 1.
What's the closest?
Moving forward direction
Right.
will be stairwells up.
Why don't we go to the door down here?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, we have a door on this floor, right? Right over here.
To the right.
No,
Oh, yeah. So to the right, to my right.
That sounds like
What you're
a.
looking for.
Facing the entrance from the
Or
door,
help for the time being.
stairs, behind stairs, door.
I opened the door to the right. On the advice of Brent.
You open the door to the right to see nothing but a series of rocks and rubble. In fact, one small rock kind of just rattles on down.
Well, you know what that is now.
Search the rocks.
Cool. How long we want to search these rocks?
Very briskly for like 30 seconds.
Roll investigation with disadvantage.
Well, I'm assuming that's the ruined tower.
Whoa!
Hello, sir.
We found Clyde.
14.
14. You found rocks.
Well,
Appears to be locked.
Dimensions of the room we're in.
you found the
Exits,
ruined
doorways,
so I believe-
walls.
Sure.
Do you want to check out more on this floor, or should we go to the second?
Directly behind you, large keep doors. Directly in front of you, large grand staircase, which branches out and goes behind you to the second floor. There's definitely, you can see that there's a way behind the grand staircase. Off to your left, absolutely no door. Off to the right, a recently opened door, which rocks have just pulled out, which Leaf is going ahead and going through. As far as y'all dimensions, you're looking at 60 feet by 8 feet.
So would you guys rather go to the
33?
second floor, go through the stair, go through the obvious passageway behind the stairs?
There's another floor here.
Is
I
that,
say we move up.
like, is that door blocked completely?
It appears to be blocked.
I'm assuming that's the
Fine,
ruined
The
tower.
winter's changed greatly.
Yggdrasil has calmed my spirit.
I'm assuming that's.
I would say it did need calm.
Yggdrasil is about to calm my drink.
That's the ruined tower that we saw previously.
Ah, true.
So I believe the only options
Undeniable.
are
You
upstairs
need to
or
refresh
behind
too?
the steps.
I do.
I say we
Okay.
go behind the steps first.
Well, as you guys are
Well,
deciding
I'm
next course of
thinking
action,
that
I'll
behind the
refresh.
steps on this floor, like.
So we
I would
have-
suggest upstairs.
We have a blockage to a door
Well, I
and we
would
have
not
stairs,
like to be
right?
surprised by something from below. What's this to?
Yes.
Are you trying to get Dave to
I-
eat more alcohol? Are you tempting
It did not work. My
the gods are not
my,
going in your
uh,
favor?
my persuasion roll was
Behind the
a one.
stairs could be stairs down. Well, perhaps nothing.
I am in
Yes, that's why I was-
favor of
So we
whatever
are in
is
an
on it.
area, we're trying to go upstairs, we also have a blockage.
Let
Why don't we
us-
close the door behind us so nothing
Look.
comes in behind us and go up the
Be
stairs?
sure there's nothing else.
That's,
Move on.
are we?
Before we move.
Does
Oh,
Astrid, does Astrid have a way of preference?
Astrid.
Where do you see, old man?
Does Ashton have a way of preference?
As it appears that Yggdrasil has going to be the site of ages.
Okay, Astrid's busy staring at Note.
The natural couch would like to know.
Astrid has her own distraction.
There's a large
I
display.
say, a man of your intuition could
He ran.
suffice the choice.
He ran through.
Rock, do you
Randy.
have any advice on which direction we should
I do
take?
not listen to the gargoyle of demons. I will go.
A gargoyle.
I was
Where?
I shall,
Gargoyle.
I shall confirm
Where?
eventually.
Oh, his
I would
name is
prefer
Barak.
behind the
He's
stairs.
Behind the stairs?
Because if we went up
Just
and
nature.
came from below, that sounds like a bad time.
That's fair. We can go further in, and then maybe if there's nothing there, go up.
I go
Yeah,
behind
I
the
think
stairs.
if the stairs,
Oh,
if there are
well.
stairs going behind the stairs down, rather
That
than
would be-
up. before
Yes.
Okay.
below.
It
In my
seems like a
experience,
quick
bad things are down below.
I continually
Okay, so
shift
let's-
from going up and down until the party decides.
So let's
Well,
go
let's take a look
behind
and
the
see what's
stairs. That
behind
feels like
there,
a
and
safe
then we'll decide.
choice.
Rune, you have already given me direction and it's failed. We are.
I'm gonna start walking.
The party,
I'm just
as
gonna
trained, continues its designated marching order at the left in the front towards the back of the stairs.
Like, with it short.
Like,
Play.
Yes, Lee.
Play.
like
Thaddeus, I commend you on your pronunciation. The forest is.
Are you
We're going behind the stairs.
Oh,
What?
We have decided behind the stairs versus up the stairs.
Yes.
I was
Okay.
born of a tree only to.
It
are
only
you
took.
more minutes or more?
Bickering Bastion has
This
an extra
strapping
delay.
figure.
This little
Lorenzia's
To all
getting
decisions.
really
besmirched
forward with her
and
thoughts.
good-natured.
with her.
Don't give yourself an honor. Although he
Oh, no, you're
provides
stealing.
radiant
What?
extermination of the blight.
Where?
Blight
Oh, it wasn't. It looked like it was going on the other
I
side
have
for
a
some
mind
reason.
myself.
Maybe just
It's
later.
just the way the water
Oh,
of the
okay.
liquid works. It's definitely not
but
water.
always stout.
Keeps
Edward,
doing like.
who is
going
a
south.
Yes, he did. He did call you stout.
is a monk
A
of
stout in character.
a few words, but strong of heart, and I appreciate that.
I will
Also-
not judge too harshly the strong man with magical intuition. He may
Nature-
have different beliefs, but he
You mistake me, Thaddeus, as I do not judge, but nature as a mother and father judge, and he has been found wanting.
I'm fairly certain that's not.
So we're gonna go
I
down
am
the
sorry.
stairs.
Who is we?
So I'm gonna start walking
We will teach
towards
you.
the stairs now, like behind them. I don't know if you want to follow me.
I believe we are all
We
walking
already agreed.
to the back.
And you're just having the conversation as you walk.
Barak,
Yeah.
I think
We're gonna.
Barak-
One can only hope that that's what's happening.
What?
That we were having a
Barak, I
conversation as we
believe
go.
is going to drive me insane.
A duke. A duke.
Hey, will
Do you have any advice on which way we should go? You can like point.
I just want to point out real quick for the
He looks
stream
around
viewers,
and he goes. He points behind the staircase.
Okay, that's good general consensus then.
Yeah, I
We should
feel
go
like
that
he
way.
has a general hasn't been in that
There
area,
was
so
a
I don't
character
know.
in the group that was all on board with you, and you killed him.
You killed him actually.
Actually, you blew him up with enough of second name.
You
so
shot
fuck-
yourself in the
So fuck yourself.
You shot yourself.
Fuck you, I can't hear you. I'm dead.
Okay. You go behind the gigantic stairwell,
Can we just go behind the stairs?
and you notice that behind the large staircase is a smaller staircase that descends down into the
You're like- And is there anywhere to go behind it, or is it just that stairway?
It's
going
just a
up?
stairwell. So you have a wide staircase up and about half the size stairs down.
So we want to go up first, correct? That was your decision?
I think we should go up, lest the things below entrap us.
Very well,
Okay.
let's go up the staircase then.
The roots of the tree is buried
No.
beneath
Going up the
ground.
stairs.
So you guys leave from behind the stairwell,
Philosophical
go to the front of the stairwell,
The
and march your way up.
The nurture of the
Laurentia,
tree.
so you're
is
behind the
gained
stairwell?
From
You guys
below.
leave behind the stairwell
And are gonna
and go up the
Move
stairwell.
on.
Are we going down now?
No, we're going up.
Currently, Laurentia and Note
Are
and
going
an unknown
up.
amount of other people,
Roots have to
Ben
be straight.
and
Let's make sure there's
Roger.
nothing fall on us from the branches.
He does.
Are you up to stop? Is that is his knowledge?
He'll be back.
We're going up the stairs.
the party, as such,
If I get points,
Fancy has stopped
up the
walking.
stairs. You now have this wonderful choice. Are you going to the left or to the right?
left.
You go left, which will take you towards the west wing, the second floor.
Well, that's where the president is. So
This is an area we've already explored. Correct.
It goes
But there
towards
was
it,
no
but there wasn't anything
towards
connected.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, towards it.
So,
Yeah, there was
Okay.
nothing connecting. I feel like that would have been a
There was currently nothing connecting because the second floor would otherwise be the room with the chessboard. Correct. So you guys go far along. No immediate door. There is one door at the very end.
I go in.
Okay. So it's a wooden door. It's locked.
I'm letting you. I don't.
She has no common sense.
There it is.
The door, as you attempt to open it, you find it to be locked.
Could be treated as bravery.
It appears that the
Could be.
door is encumbered.
They're one and the same coin.
They do go hand in hand, but you can find good qualities and all of that.
I tend to keep it down.
Roll a strength check.
What do you shield dashing?
Hint.
Sorry.
Hint.
It would be a terrible way because the service.
Athletics?
Strength check.
6.
You kick the door. Roll an acrobatics check.
16.
Okay, you kick it, recoiling backwards, meaning to keep your footing as the door is sturdier than you
the
think.
door
Yes,
is
that's
made of
impressive.
Perhaps it could
strength metal. I smack Rowan in the face.
Zap.
be.
One
Perhaps
damage
it could be
apiece. Mark it down.
Oh, you're trying to get words out.
bashed in. Perhaps, yes.
You only tried pulling it, right?
No, he kicked it.
No, I tried.
He's like, he tried to open it, found it was locked, and he kicked it, and then he just kind of recoiled.
Do you have a method of unencumbering the circumference of the door?
Can you
Is that
open
the same
I can
thing?
try striking it. A knock, if you will. Perhaps this
Foreign to me, but I
would be
will stand by while you
worth
try.
a try.
Are you able
Are
to
you
see
gonna
it?
cast knock?
Lead me to it.
I grab his hand and lead him towards the door. There it is.
So from under his long cloak, you'll see like a tattoo covered arm come out, and I'm gonna rune fist
Mhm.
and try to punch it.
Sure. Roll a generic to hit.
16.
Roll generic to damage.
Generally.
7. Magic.
Yes, you put your fist through the door.
Can you get the handle?
Oh!
It appears that Rousseau has Bastion.
Did I knock appropriately?
I feel like you have found purchase.
Also, his tattoos glowed for a little while, and then I was do it, and then I'll just pull his hand underneath his cloak.
Leif, check the door.
I checked it
Oh,
out.
that was arcane lord.
Just fine, check the door. You've checked the door before. Being as dumb as you are, because you're into it,
There we go.
try to open the door again from the outside. It still appears stuck.
It appears to be.
Is his hand outside of the door?
Try the other side of the door.
I try the other side of the door.
Again, intelligence 8, right?
Yeah.
Other side of the door. You start looking for the other side of the door.
It
Like the
appears
concept
to be-
of spatial relationships first.
It appears to be hidden from my view.
Leif, guide me back to the door.
I grab his hand and put it on the door.
Okay.
Put my hand where the hole is.
I guided towards the hole.
You guide
slowly.
you guide the old man's hand to the hole.
Alright, then I will grab his hand and guide his hand through the hole.
The old man grabs your hand and got you both guys.
I
hole.
wave into the emptiness.
I'm not the only one finding this weird.
No, you wave to the empty.
I grab into the door and try to open it.
That's not good. I believe we should report that.
There's a lot of hole punching.
Okay.
going on.
You managed to
Someone.
Stop.
pull backwards besides pushing. And you open the door.
It appears you're mad.
Leif, I knew you did it.
That
I
is,
did not doubt you for a moment.
Yggdrasil has blessed me with the sight.
So
I'm
the-
ready.
Aster is just watching, tail doing that light flick. Note bad.
Good. No time.
No.
Good.
No.
No, not that you're right.
Food.
No,
Bad.
bad.
Food?
Bad. No, no.
Yes.
Stop.
Good.
I hand him
You
a
know
ration.
what's stupid.
Nom nom nom.
He doesn't
eats
like
the ration.
you know,
He doesn't like
He
it.
doesn't
He's-
like rations.
Really?
It's like
He
dry.
eats meat.
Do you know
You give
what
it like
a
dry
ration is?
bread. No, rations like
Bad?
bread.
I
that
thought it was like
people-
salted meat.
Bad.
No, like usually
Bad.
I
He
think
spits
of,
out
like,
half the
the,
ration.
rations that
Bad.
they have in Lord of the Rings,
Yes,
like the
yes.
leafy bread. Is that what they have? It's
So-
like that. You give them like bread.
Okay, so rations are not salted meat.
But
I imagine that rations are not salted meat, correct?
not all rations are salted meat for the most
so
part.
what
No.
ration do I have?
You're the great forest warrior, nuts and berries.
Yeah, you
I,
typically-
I am asking the narrator of the game, not Rune, the propagator.
If we go
of
full
bullshit.
on like Battle Brothers as thing, you basically have dried wheat that with water can be turned into gruel.
I would not give that to Note because I'm not an asshole. I am a nature proponent of goodness. I give him a spider leg.
Where's the spider leg?
From Sam! I believe I spent a week in the forest. I killed many spiders.
Ew, that would be right there.
It's so bad.
Okay, so
What lies beyond the door?
I will peer into the darkness and see what I can ascertain.
okay, you peer into the darkness. Let's see what everyone's wonderfully passive.
Lovely, thank you for making a hole in the door.
Rune, you are very
Ben
pessimistic.
and Laurentia.
Yes.
Entering the room, the first thing you do is you hear something that appears that was breathing and attempted to stop breathing,
That's not
as if to hide. You don't. You are oblivious to this, and you are too busy bickering with him, and you're that.
I want to try to stop everyone and listen to see if I can sense where it's coming from or see where it's coming from.
What are you doing?
Wait.
Like, stop.
What?
I stop moving.
One of you can roll perception. Choose.
Who, I have +4.
No, between the two of you that even heard the general.
Yeah,
idea.
what do you have for perception? +4. Okay, so we have the same.
You should listen. I will not listen.
Okay.
I fall forward. I couldn't hold it long enough.
Roll with disadvantage.
He told me it's not. I couldn't hold it. You guys didn't look It's too fucking late.
Pulling a rake like a bear.
You're like, listen, crash.
That could have been a crit. That could have been a crit. But you know
What-
what it
you wanna
is? It's a 6.
You want to direct that anger off the nature couch onto the arcane couch because that's his fault.
No, it isn't. You
Just
obtuse fool.
Just wait.
Could have been a crit.
You feel that
Doing
thing
fine.
like when you're listening to a pattern, like when you go through games and there's that pendulum, like, and now is the time to go, and you're like, and now is the time to cat in your face! And you lost it. But that was actually basically that.
I'm so sorry.
So you had a staggered start.
I walk forward.
Wait, you mean crawl, right? Because you're prone.
No, I'm not.
You fell forward.
Did I?
Yeah, as you said.
I stand up.
Okay, you stand up.
I walk
You're-
forward.
You walk forward. In the room.
Hold your shoulder.
Leif,
Thaddeus, is that you?
We're not alone.
Leif, but a moment.
I know you are here with me.
No,
Barak,
stop.
be ready to escape.
There's someone in
quickly.
here.
Seriously. Wait.
He's like perching on the balcony, the second floor, because he can fly. He's like a duke. He's like, I'll fly away.
I may miss you stepping.
Can I see anything that would show someone hiding? Like,
So let me describe you what this room looks
yes, thank you.
There we go.
Stop one. You'll have to see what my eyes see.
What are your eyes?
So, besides your own color, the room itself looks rather large, with a series of well-kept beds lining the walls, with arm wires breaking between the series of either 2 or 3 beds stacked on top of each other.
I'm totally ignoring
So does it look,
At the center, there are tables with chairs. It looks deserted.
so most likely,
Well, this is
and I'm going to go with this, that there's nothing like, there's no fabric to hide behind, so it's most likely probably that the person would be
Beds
armor than
and
beds.
arm wires.
Okay.
And tables.
Okay. So,
What? Broccoli head.
I don't know, and I don't ever want to know.
Yes, Laurentia,
Okay.
what do you see?
What
Nature
lies
provides
beyond
a sight that has not been
What
bestowed
if
upon my
I think someone is in one of the arm wires.
Is it one of what?
So,
What is a warmar?
So we just fireball.
nope, that's not.
I
No.
Who lies against
Who is the warmar?
Again, Rune.
So-
Terrible idea.
How
I'm
is
not
it
the
so
walls.
I
Use
can
the whole
either
closed thing. There's a
try
closet.
to
With enemies
turn
inside
into
of it.
something
I attack the
and
nearest
see if I
armor.
can see inside of it?
Okay.
Or, okay, why? We were
You tackled the nearest arm wire, which is the equivalent of a large standing fucking closet.
Oh yeah.
You're wrestling it like it's a pear.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. That's what you're doing. It's rattling around.
There's
Leif,
open up armor.
I will surprise devices
in
me
there.
yet again.
Leave them. Maybe
What is he
something things in there.
wrestling
Not break it.
A beast, surely.
Should we just?
It's just a chair fell over.
Ah.
Do we just want to open armoires now because he's wrestling with one?
Yes, I believe we should do it.
He said there was an enemy in there.
I said there's a chance that there's someone.
Even when he doesn't understand what the enemy is, he just his life to tackle.
No, I explained what they were, and you just attacked one.
You hear, when you're going within it, you definitely hear rattling within that. Sounds
Leave
that
me
are
alone.
wooden, ceramic, metallic. Rattling crafting within
How
it.
many armoires are there?
There are 6 armoires. He was bear wrestling 1.
He's going with one. I'm gonna open the second one.
I'm
Because at this point we've lost
with,
any
like,
sort of
firebolt
sneaking.
ready.
Laurentia, cancel it. Could be
Honestly,
dangerous.
Here's a plan. You open it, and I will have firebolt ready. When anything jumps out, I'll blast it.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna open the second one.
Okay.
Because you talk, let it make a plan.
They're either in the bed. There's someone in here.
What makes you
I'm opening the
say
second armoire.
Did
Is
you
it locked?
see something?
It is not. The second armoire you open, and to your surprise, it is filled with clothes.
That's fair.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
All right, move to the third one.
Everyone roll initiative.
There it is.
Oh no!
What is happening?
We're all going to die. That's what's happening.
Oh, much better.
I'm doing.
God damn it!
15.
That's what you get for not living in the forest.
I'm done with that die for tonight.
Alright, 15 puts you.
What'd you get, Ben?
Ben, you're at 10.
You're a bitch with nature.
Have you seen the show Ben 10?
Varun, what do you get?
Has anyone seen that?
Is it like Rick and Morty?
It's
trapped.
What'd you get?
It's I saw one
Nine.
that was like
Again.
when the U.S. starts drafting for the military. It's just him. It has a symbol for
I got
female.
16.
Looks like the old Leif Erikson's going first.
What'd you get?
17. Because I was attacking.
You find
Yes.
no doubt.
What'd you get, Mark?
Your capability.
Thaddeus.
Oh,
I
always
am
doubt his
15.
capability.
Why can't you just love the stupid guy?
It's stupid. I
Okay.
can't speak.
Leaf, you are bear wrestling this. You're not getting much where with it. It's not opening. It's just moving around with your massive strength.
I open it.
You're just gonna stop fighting with it to open it.
Well, if it doesn't, that's what I'm trying to open it. It's
I
not
mean-
like opening.
You're like fighting with it.
And I stab through the door.
You stab through the door.
Yes.
You put a stab in through the door. Nothing appears to be bleeding or screaming.
This one appears to be clear. And I
Well,
move.
open the door.
Loren, nope. You're stabbing it.
Well, I want.
I went. I
I
was
can't do
moving.
my movement after my action.
No, basically, this is not combat. This is what are you doing?
I was.
You're wrestling with it, and you're done with it, and you put a
Sure.
sword through it, and that's where you're at.
Sure.
I was gonna move to the third armoire since the second one had nothing in it.
Okay, you start going to the third ward to investigate that. That is.
What's going on?
You are blind and confused.
Don't like that. I'll
You are consoling the old man. Rune,
I am covering
You
Valencia
were-
as she opens the doors in case anything jumps out. So I
you
can-
are a SWAT gnome.
Yes.
Something does immediately jump out of one of the arm wires.
Which one was it?
was you that could.
One that you haven't gotten to yet. One you were very close to.
Number
Not
four?
yours. Number 4. So there's something that comes out, and you have a ready to action. What exactly was the conditions of your ready to action?
Technically, it was jumping out of the armoire that I was opening.
Yeah.
Roll
I wasn't paying
attack.
attention to the
Only the one she was?
No reason to deceive us.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah, if we're going that way, it
If I'm
was-
being honest, yeah.
Okay. A humanoid creature dashes out to leave the room, and based off of your scramblings, you two have the ability to opportunity attack as it tries to dash out the room. If you do such, it will definitely look like you are not blind.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
So Ben,
We won't know.
And all I gather is humanoid. because
humanoid
nature-
creature, just like a bat out of hell.
Can you trap it? Can you just like can you trip it?
I will attack it.
Roll to hit.
Knock it down.
It is a 13 hit.
You hit it.
I will do a stun strike.
Oh.
15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Well, you.
Excuse me, I'm gonna roll my damage first.
Sure.
And I dropped it, and it most fortunately fell down. It's shit. For 5 damage.
Okay, you 5 damage it and you stunning strike it, and it manages to save as it runs out the door.
No.
Brock, intercept.
A duke! As it responds back to you, but does effectively nothing.
Intercept the running thing!
Baraka Duke!
Attorney General.
Top of the order. Leaf, you really didn't get to see much of it other than the Ben smacking something that bolted out of the room.
Did I see him smack something or no?
No, you heard this scuffle.
Good.
Then I launch myself at the armoire opposite of me.
All right, so you're bear fighting that armoire.
Yes, absolutely.
Laurencia. The room is dark and full of armoires.
How far has the humanoid thing run?
No idea, just left the room.
It's left the room.
I've got the armoire under
I'm gonna chase after the.
Like, take care of the rest of the armor.
So I'm gonna run after the short, whatever humanoid thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna run after it.
Okay.
So
you,
however far, if I can see.
as an elf,
Actually,
you have more
perfect
movement
is
speed
all.
than an average humanoid, so you would be able to catch up with it with your dash, but you don't have a standard action.
Okay, that's fine.
So you're keeping pace with the creature, which
Can I get in front of it?
technically yes.
Can I
You
trip?
technically would have 10 more feet ahead of it. You cannot do it into action, however. If you
Can I
do
just
that.
like stand in front of it and hope that it's stupid enough to run into me?
I mean, you're playing football with it at that point, but you can attempt that, yeah.
I'm gonna attempt that.
Sure.
Be like, be stupid, run, hit me.
No, it didn't run into us, but.
I
we'll see.
attack the room. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright.
Thaddeus.
You see when the room that it left, it's in like the corridor? And at the end
It
of
is
the
now
corridor?
currently will be considered on the balcony, attempting to go down the stairs as after it left the room.
Okay.
So, room, door, corridor, stairs.
There is no running necessary.
I'm gonna minor illusion the stone wall across the.
So are you going
I mean,
to...
not minor illusion, silent image. 'Cause I have that at will.
Okay, so you're going to leave the current room, the barracks. You're going to step out. You're going to create an illusion.
At a thing that has moved and you.
Yes, I'm trying to silent image the archway, whatever the staircase is.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet, to be a solid wall.
Yep. So you're going to put an illusion down.
You were going to have a suspicious Laurencia in about 2 seconds.
As it will also affect you.
Why?
You would also see that the stairwell appears to have created its door now. It's a wall. Like, so where there would be stairs down, and then main stairwell, blocked. So basically you've got your corridor, you're stuck on the second floor now. You get ahead of it, and now you are cornered as well with this person. Ben.
I'll dash down and catch up, why don't you?
Cool. You have definitely surrounded this person, and he has nowhere to go due to walls.
Who are you?
The robed figure does not respond, as he appears to be very short of breath and wishing to get the hell out of here. Rune,
Chase after them.
you see an illusion appear, something that typically requires line of sight.
What's odd? I know I didn't cast it.
Are you sure?
It's like, deception, you did cast it.
I knew you were a man of great magical talents,
I don't dabble in illusions, that's my brother.
but your imagination precedes you.
But he has
My
a magic
brother and his
stick.
foolish tricks. Anyway,
Okay, so,
Maybe real.
I chased like,
Transmutation, perhaps. Oh, it's certainly one of your fortes.
no, I charged forward anyway. And,
okay.
like,
At this point, this person, who, as the chaos begins to subside a bit, with the exception of Lee, who's tackling armoires,
Is it in the background?
is cornered by Ben and Laurencia, literally back against the wall at this point, as he takes out, in one hand, a potion, a blue one, and in one hand, we'll call this a dagger, a wooden dagger, because why not?
Sure. Am I close enough to see the dagger?
Yes.
Do I recognize it? Nope. So it doesn't look like the cultist dagger then.
You can't tell. There's one distinguishing factor in that is that both of the daggers are made of different material, but they're both defined by the fact they have a black thing in the center of it.
Yelling out a warning. Where's your Ben? Watch out, he may be one of those foolish cultist bastards, and that may be one of those terrifying knives.
It's a humanoid with a bottle and a shiv.
Drop the knife, or I immolate you.
You can intimidate him? Roll intimidation.
Well, I said immolate, but...
You're going to intimidate you. Or I'll intimidate you.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Don't test
You
me.
don't want to see my friend.
Sure, intimidation is charisma based. This is gonna be bad.
It is.
This is horrible.
Fine.
I actually got a 12.
Okay. He appears to be shaken, but does not drop his weapons. So Leaf is fighting Armoires. You hear all this kerfuffling.
Next time.
You're by yourself. Next Armoire, fighting the shit out of these things.
I would like to make sure that I'm stabbing.
Oh, you're stabbing them.
Okay.
You are thoroughly disarming them. Zero mimic possibility.
Thank you. Very nice. Very nice.
Laurencia, you and Ben are the two closest people to this person with a wooden knife and a large flask.
Okay. Why were you hiding? Yes, I see you have a flask. Unless you're... Why were you hiding? And why are you running? Did you do this?
He's one of those cultist bastards.
You know what? I'm going to ask first.
If we're talking to someone, let's not accuse them directly.
Sir, I'm pretty sure you're not blind. So we're going to get to you
It
later.
doesn't mean I can't
Did you do
talk.
this?
Also,
Did you do it? Like, I'm pretty sure they...
Insight check. What kind of bottle is he holding?
That's true.
Does this look like a
what is
plastic bottle?
What is the color?
Yes. The color is blue. It
Is
is
the color of the liquid inside?
blue.
What is the... Yeah, where are we at in turnover?
At this point, we're in open world I
Open.
can go through. It's
I have the next
Laurencia, technically, you would be next in your terms of declaration.
I'm gonna minor illusion and change the color of the potion to red.
It is now a red potion. His eyes are currently fixed
Would
on.
I have seen it blue first before...
Yes, it would be. Everyone would see it blue and turn to red.
Can
His
I-
eyes are currently not fixed on it. He is.
Would I
Probably
be
gonna
able
be
to
surprised
do
very
an
soon.
Arcana check to see if I recognize what blue potions possibly are?
On your turn, you actually can. Ben. So Laurencia is attempting to negotiate with it and gather information, of which you're welcome to roll a persuasion test.
Okay.
Laurencia, do not accuse him too much.
You're not accusing him, I'm asking questions.
I'm accusing him.
He's obviously...
That was an
fighting.
intimidation, and this is a persuasion.
16?
Okay. He seems to not answer your questions, but take no offensive actions either. He appears to be back against.
What down?
Did insight check.
Yes, yours is the
The
insight check.
status of his robes. I see as a wooden shiv. Is this a very nice, or is this a I'm desperate as shit shiv?
So just basic. Looking at that, roll a. You can do the perception or the insight. Do you want to roll an insight about the
Insight's
potion?
better check.
Okay.
Well, what information do I got from either?
Perception check will give you the status of his equipment. Insight check will give you insight about the flask he's holding, like what it could possibly be. And who-
Flask.
okay.
Insight. 21 total.
Yes. So someone back to a corner holding that is probably a bomb. Rune. As he's probably not going to take you out with a knife.
Well, I did want to do the Arcana check to try to determine what kind of potion
You
we
still
have.
can. You can't read Ben's mind.
Yeah, so.
I'm not gonna open the book.
22.
Yes. Prior to it being turning red, it absolutely seems like a bomb based off of cold damage.
Please put the flask down very carefully.
You can say it, but you won't be able to skill check with it.
It's fine. Still saying it.
Listen, just
It's a bomb. It's a
tell us your
bomb.
name. What can we call you? We mean no harm here.
But first off, Leaf is going after their armoire. Or
Have I successfully stabbed?
you have successfully stabbed 3 armoires. There's one that's open that you feel is thoroughly disarmed. One is open, you left out. You're going to your final armoire.
Where are you?
It's been thoroughly stabbed.
I would like to note that I ducked behind a bed first.
Thoroughly roll with advantage.
Yes.
God.
Rune, shut up.
Fuck. That was out of character.
12.
You hear a thorough, please tell us your name. Of which he jumps a little bit, almost loses his potion.
Don't.
Bonus action. That's what you get from me.
Oh, everyone knows
That's
he's
it.
holding a bomb, right?
Sorry.
No, it goes.
Okay.
Your-
Yeah, I have no idea.
Your
Well,
bomb
saying it out
has
loud.
turned.
Okay.
It will only hurt yourself. Do not use it.
Roll deception. Well, roll deception when it gets your turn, which is after Lorencia.
This fucking guy.
Okay.
Nice.
We mean you no harm. Just tell us why you're running.
Roll persuasion.
What the things that I-
19.
Okay.
Got it done.
So he seems to be. He lowers his dagger. Roll your deception.
Oh, that'll be 27.
Yes. And he drops his potion, which, being made of a thick glass, does not shatter, but rolls onto the ground. And he says, "Make it quick."
Who the hell are you?
Name is Cyrus.
Cyrus.
That'd be serious black.
Cyrus, what are you afraid of?
He thinks about that for a second. Not serving my god.
No,
not-
you cultist.
And who is your god?
Cyric.
No idea who Cyrus is. You
Or
kind of
religion.
Yeah,
That's
kind of
what Cyric. Who Cyrus's Cyric is.
Sir, God, I'm not allowed to say.
Now, unless you pass religion check.
7, I don't know.
18?
Oh, let's see. I've been spending a lot of time with Shepard.
I'm sorry, 16. I went through
What I
that.
roll?
I don't
Can't see
know.
that here.
17 plus whatever.
Dude.
No, I mean it's all the way across the
It's 17 plus your
Use
bonus.
your arm.
17 plus 4, 21.
Yeah, so the two of you know that's the god of murder.
Well,
So not
you're
death,
lovely
murder.
individual.
Not, yes,
Murder
not
that.
death. I stab these people.
But he's worried about not following his.
So you're worried about not murdering people.
Ah, I see.
I'm murdering the arm one.
Have you seen what Cyric does to those that betray him? A fate much worse than death itself.
So you're.
Is that what happened
technically
to
worried
these
about
people?
not murdering people. You know, most people don't murder people, right?
Do you know what happened here?
He's staring at Rune and being judged, and he actually charges towards. So going through you two. So your reactions after he is taunted by Rune, he charges through Ben and Laurentia.
Am I able to grab any part of him and stop him?
Tomato.
I guess help in the athletics.
Yeah,
of
like
her
to
grapple
grab
check.
him.
Okay, so
Stop him.
grapple, restrain,
Yeah.
roll with advantage.
What
I
is
went to
what
trip
check
him,
is
so he
that?
It's just
fumbled your
athletics.
arm.
Rather excitable fella.
Oh, ooh.
So that's going to be 20.
Okay, you restrain him with dagger three, trying to go for the gnome. It's like I still have a chance.
I will burn you alive.
I'm
stop.
better than doing nothing.
Rune.
Rundar, I
Rune.
suggest she's talking very
And
well.
then you hear something very familiar from someone who interrogated the cultists before you left. Just kill me.
God damn it. It's another one of them.
Well, yes. But why is he alone?
Well, obviously someone came through and did our job for us. Let's slaughter them.
Why don't you bring Cyrus over here, and Rundar, you can stay and study something else. You're aggravating the young man.
This is a very similar situation to what's happening. Are we
Yes.
able to restrain him somehow so he cannot run?
Leaf, at this point, you are done with your attack on the mimics.
Leave!
The arm walls are
Restrain this
clear.
man!
And we all feel safer for it.
The arm walls are clear.
Restrain this man with the strength you still have buried inside you.
I attack him.
Okay, roll ahead.
Restrain!
I do not know this word restraint.
Oh my goodness.
With advantage considering he's restrained.
Wrap him up like a vine.
Please let me crit so I can smile.
Why?
14.
Absolutely hit.
Damage.
7.
Okay, you stab him right through the shoulder as he starts bleeding through his robes, and he
We
screams.
need him
"Ah!" He flails.
Okay.
Flailing around.
You don't want to get stabbed by that
You
knife.
restrained him enough. I'll handle it here.
Does anyone have
Listen.
Oh,
Yes!
Thank
He
you for-
feels fueled by rage and adrenaline and blood.
I searched the armor.
I know
You
that.
leave.
Leif, I know that you were not here
I
with
cast
us.
friends on him.
Okay.
He said to
DC?
restrain, I restrained.
This man is going to only take pleasure in you causing him pain.
Let's see.
It might be a
That was a
non-possible
bastardization of the world.
I do not
Advantage
have
on
a
operating tracks.
I do not have a
Really?
Oh, that is.
No, I thought it was-
Yes, he, after being attacked, he was not hostile prior to being stabbed.
Now he's hostile.
Now he's hostile.
No, he's not stopped.
I would
Wait.
Come on.
I'm gonna go behind him outside of the swiping. I'm gonna heal him.
Okay,
No,
you
just kick him with like
you heal him.
It's like
I
a
will.
de-hostile.
I'm going to try to take the potion out of his hand.
His,
No,
the
the potion
potion's
was out.
currently
It's
here on
on
the
the
floor.
Put the potion down.
Yeah, the
I
potion,
did it
yeah,
for
potion
six.
was
Okay.
already dropped.
I will grab it.
sand for whatever.
You grab the previously blue and now red potion. You can put down, you have an ice bomb
You can play them and kill them.
on your inventory. You now acquired an ice bomb.
Yeah, sand.
So I put my hand on the heal for 6.
He seems pretty frenzied. He's obviously not wounded, but in the series of 6 seconds of being stabbed and no longer bleeding, he's pretty. Stab him.
Cyrus, listen, if you want
You
death,
sell
we can give you that. But you must listen first.
Alright.
I will be
Yep.
able to give you death.
I mean, are you in this room or did you go back to the armor room?
It's, you said
I'm
you were
searching
in the
armor.
armor. so
Okay,
you're
you left.
in the room then.
So-
I will assist Leaf in searching the armor.
Action economy. Leaf has stabbed him.
Stabbed
At your
him.
turn, you will heal him. Laurencia. Action economy. Leaf stabbed. You'd be up. Thaddeus would then heal him. So what would you do in between that?
You heal it?
We're trying to.
The armoires need inspected.
Run.
You don't know what happened.
My perception is -4.
So at this point, the following things have happened. You have requested that Leaf restrain him. He stabbed him. And then it is your turn. He's currently just tempted to stab anything
Maybe
you
we
So
should
can.
speak
you
to the
heal-
definition of words.
I'm going to get
hate
rope on
my
my back and
character
just restrain him from running.
Really?
To try to.
So you're
keep-
currently he's currently still restrained, so you tighten the restraint on him.
Correct, so that he just can't run, so we can actually talk to
Yep,
him.
he will attempt to be stabbing you and it gets his turn.
That's fair. Is it Bentley?
Bentley is a 105-pound dog of please let me get into where you're walking. You then get around and heal him. Ben.
Come on.
So
You are a reasonable man.
Bentley is not a reasonable.
unreasonable. Testing my patience.
Your patience.
I think I'd rather stare into the soul of him.
Well, you can always lose your soul and then become the golem I always wanted.
Oh, Roger.
Ben, I think the first course of action is to shut the door between Gundar and Leaf and us. Let them investigate those armoires.
Yes, Leaf, let us investigate the armoires for us.
I'm at the armor. Fuck you guys.
No, I'm going with you to investigate them because that was something worthwhile we can hide from them.
I think our first step is to show this man if we mean no harm, that we are not going to be aggressive. Try to gently peel your hands off.
He was already trying to stab me.
I'm going to find valuable things and not tell you about them.
He is physically
He is-
fighting against the restraints.
He is now.
This is the only way that I can guarantee
Okay,
he won't
then.
run away.
If we release you, will you continue to attack us?
He says, "Ah!"
He's a priest of Sirik. He's
I don't know if he
Then
was.
I give you 2 options. You can continue to resist, or
Be a
we
little
will
bitch.
knock you out and take you back to our outpost and prevent you from killing anyone or taking your own life. Or you can try to attack us.
Then why are you trying?
Actually, either way, we're probably going to keep you alive.
Roll intimidation.
Ooh.
find anything valuable.
I have -8 perception. I don't know what's going on.
It's
I'm attacking a wood box.
a
right
14
now.
or 15. It's a 14.
Okay. So his flailing appears to reduce. Rune, are you escorting your paladin to the room of armoires?
Yeah, I'm going looking for shit.
Okay. He is currently restrained, so he's attempting to remove restraint,
Always.
and he fails. He is currently resisting your restraint. And that's
Should
it.
I ask Barak to eviscerate him if he attempts to follow me in the room?
Okay.
No,
Leaf
that
is
doesn't matter.
currently doing what?
Investigating.
Armoires?
I would, like
Laurencia?
I would like to investigate if an armor has successfully been slain.
They have 0 hit points.
I open.
All right. Well, it's got hit points. You're seeing armor guts just come out, which is mostly robes of red to brown colors.
I put the brown ones on.
They have a nice hole in them from stabbings.
So
I would like to make
excited.
sure I cut a hole big enough to fit over.
You got yourself a new robe, or a robe cape, or a onesie. I mean,
I have found Igrisel's blessing, and it is upon
A
me.
poncho.
Is there any symbols on it, or?
It is a brown.
Laurencia, guy's trying to escape your grasp. He seems quite freaked out that he might make out of it alive.
Tell me, I don't know. I'm just here.
We have come across one of your other followers before when you attacked the other outpost.
Why are you so mad?
Now, what I'm trying to figure out is why are you still alive? For someone that obviously wants death so much, why are you the only one here that is alive?
Or persuasion. It's like this bar. Just goes all over the goddamn place. Peaceful, neutral, aggressive, cautious. 15. All right. He's no longer thrashing.
Good.
He is, however, staring at you, as if contemplating what Ben has said about the fact that he'll be left perpetually alive, which is torture.
I'm the guy.
And that's the fact that he is indeed alive, and if he is supposed to be alive, why is he? Which leads to Thaddeus.
You know, was the option of trapping his soul.
Death. Oh shit.
Nice. That was belly.
Was there water, something in it?
No.
Not much. Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, I saw
Reaction was.
My intention was, but then I realized I was between 2 other characters.
Yeah, you just monk reacted out of there, right? Holy shit.
Ready to get paper towel. In case it was wine from Burger King, you never know.
Alright, Thaddeus. He has gone from stabbings to resisting to not resisting.
If you seek death, it is something we can offer you. You'll be able to meet your God on your terms. However, we want to know. Answer our questions truthfully.
She says, so he stopped, he's like, on my terms, so I can kill one of you?
If you answer our questions truthfully, we'll let you go. And you can make the effort that you have.
Okay. Roll either if you're lying to him, deception, if you're being honest with him, persuasion.
I have the same amount.
I know!
And I'm doing a little bit of both. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll promise it to him. 21.
Okay, he appears to believe you.
You can always travel cold and take souls down.
Laurencia. He has stopped resisting, so you're back to where you were before he was stabbed.
Good. Took 2 turns to get here.
That's called unfucking what they fuck. It takes that long.
You have been thoroughly unfucked. You are back to a
I don't know you're super tested.
So I'm going to ask you again. Why are you the only one here alive?
He looks at you, which he's close enough to, you can smell his breath.
That's fair. I'm sure it's horrible.
And he looks to you, and then he looks at his recently mended wound. He says, you all are crazy.
That is fair, but that is not answering my question.
I believe I am. I've been tested. Thank you.
What, besides your false and insane actions and promises, should I do anything with you? What guarantee do I have that you'll even keep any of your words? You have so far stabbed me, healed me, told me that I can leave to murder people, told me that I can murder you guys, murder myself. You have no stance. So why should I tell you anything?
Cyrus, look at your options.
Yeah,
You are
my
the
options
first-
are to starve to death right now, which what I was doing quite well before you guys came along. And you know what? I think that's a real good idea right now.
You have your choice of a lot of other deaths, some more quickly. But I've already shown to you that I can heal. Many of us can also do that. We will heal you as long as we like to keep you alive. But
You obviously want to
you
die.
have your choice.
I want to meet my God.
Well, you can't
I
do that
wish
if you trap yourself
to
in
die with as many of you with me, and my bomb is useless. So, so he's currently restrained. Make an athletics check.
Oh, I should have picked that up.
He did. He picked up the
Who has the
potion.
Bomb. He's got the bomb.
Ooh, I get the bomb? No. You do not have
Yeah.
nobody gets
Snuck
22?
into your pack. when
Okay,
you were looking.
he attempts to
I fall.
stab himself,
You have no bomb.
and you
I
stop him.
know, I'm bored.
Can I take the dagger? out
Yes,
of
you
his
can.
hand? And the dagger is out of his hand.
Okay, so he now has no bomb, no dagger. He's got liquid.
No, don't. You don't get the dagger.
I'm in
So
the
then-
armor.
I know.
just
So you
wanna-
don't get
I'm
the
not in the
dagger.
room.
You don't.
Cyrus, your God does not want to meet a feeble spirit starved to death. He wants to meet someone who met a bloody end, correct?
Like my brethren.
We can still offer that bloody end. At least give you a chance
He just wants to be.
to fight to take another life with you.
Then let me do that with my knife and my bomb.
Only after
Questions,
you.
and then I personally will fight you in hand-to-hand combat.
That is not what I want.
What do you want?
But it's a better option than being accosted by a filthy elf,
I will have to
an old man. I'm actually okay with that one.
Do I hear any of this or not?
You're no.
We're in the other room, you're fighting armor, so.
Well, that's why I asked.
And somebody she's
Answer.
She's like it's.
I'll make a
like to defend
deal.
the
Something that is more concrete than the confusion you have been faced. Answer 3 of our questions. We will release you and you can fight me without any interference to try to take me to Cyrus with you.
So he's like, I'll counter your offer, but considering your words are worthless, every time I answer a question to you, I will provide it truthfully. But you personally must strike me down. And if I find that you are pulling your punches, you will find lies. And if I find truth, I will continue with truth.
I don't like this.
You basically have to beat him to death.
I will strike you to the fullest of my extent.
This is-
However,
This is cruel.
And
you underestimate me. I require 2 questions per strike because I am stronger than I appear.
He looks at an old man. Roll deception.
27.
He says, I'm inclined to go with this deal, feeble old man. However, I feel that by the time I have told you everything you're interested, I still won't be dead.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, but
Would
Well,
you rather stay alive and have me heal you for the next week, month?
which is what you're going to do anyway if you have that leverage against me. So what? I tell you the truth, you beat me, you heal me, you get what you want, and I'm still alive, exactly what you're threatening me with.
Okay.
Do you want me to expend my healing powers?
Do you want to expend your healing
I
powers?
know what I
I have so many comments.
He thinks about this for a second. Healing powers. And he smiles. I like this. Ask your questions. Who's got insight proficiency?
I got insight proficiency.
Roll. Those with a have insight proficiency, roll a check.
That's the worst roll I've gotten yet.
16.
7.
You feel like it's a good deal, and he's just at this point at his wit's end because he does look pretty starved. You feel like he is now realizing he does have a card to play.
So what were you offering?
I said I would expend my healing powers if it would make him so that he thinks I will not heal him after I beat him.
That is.
I mean, Florencia has the man restrained without a weapon.
So, I don't like this. This is wrong. Strike him.
Man wants to die, give him what he wishes.
So why does he want to die?
Well, we faced ones like him before. Do you remember the last cultist that was
He is misguided, but I will not judge someone on their own beliefs.
I will. If you worship a demon, I'm not going to help you.
He worships a god.
Suck him right in the fucking
The evil god.
as I shoot him in the face.
Just say I had plans to see it and shot something.
And if you worship Loth, would you be so interested to help him as well?
It is a benign point. The man here worships a god, he has his beliefs. I'm willing to honor his beliefs if he can further the will of Christ.
So he's close to you, and while you two are doing that, he starts whispering in your ear. So while you guys are figuring that out, go ahead.
This doesn't feel right.
And where does feeling get you in your position?
It's got me where I am now.
Well, thinking.
You're gonna kill me.
Would you follow that?
Oh, for sure.
This is someone who has.
We didn't get almost yet.
It is a fair trade. I have no qualms striking one god. Wishes to fight in honor of
I don't think it's gonna be you that's gonna
one
kill me.
last chance of redemption.
But we'll at least have a chance to fight.
You just can't
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not right.
I'm beating the armor.
Then just answer our questions. Or would you like to join us as we walk along and figure out what's going on here?
Leave, I believe it's got too quiet. Let's go figure out what the bloody hell they're up to.
You go ahead, I'll make sure that we're safe.
What could I possibly do? I've offered truth, but you guys don't want to take it. Again, you're fools.
We want information, do we not?
I'm a fool
Other
too.
ways to get it.
It's okay,
I'm walking back out.
Cool death.
but I did.
What the hell are you all doing?
But now I have a chance to redeem myself in the eyes of my God. I'm going to get my rewards, and you all are going to die.
That's fine if you think that.
I believe it. There's a difference.
Fine. I have no healing
I don't
ability.
blow it.
Would you
I'm
rather
walking
me
back out
punch
there.
you?
Roll persuasion, because
I
you do
know.
have
I know I do,
a roll
but
deception.
he hasn't seen that.
No, but you're a horrible liar.
13.
Okay, believe.
Would you rather he has nothing to do with it and I can fight you? After all,
He
you
looks
called
at
me
you.
dirty.
And he.
I'm sorry, would you prefer this? And I'm going to summon Note over.
Why are you speaking with her when our deal still stands?
I'm walking out.
We're waiting for you to make up your mind. It feels like I've had a better deal offered to me. I accept.
Why is
Which
it
one?
still alive?
The cat.
That the cat can attack you.
Oh,
What
yeah.
deal has been made? We were
He-
discussing.
Counter offer.
You're not there!
I just said 5 times and walked back out.
Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
I'm still attacking.
Since I have no healing ability, he would rather
I was like, I
Note
walked back
attack
out.
him
I walked back out. Everyone's
After-
still ignoring.
my Displacer Beast.
Why?
Displacer Beast has no healing abilities. And it will not pull any punches, it's a cat.
Yeah, just let me know when my guy's done.
In the eyes of
Oh, you have slaughtered everything. This has been going on for at least a minute.
And as
Why
we
don't
know,
just threaten
Displacer
blocking his
Beasts
soul
are
away? I mean,
evil,
it's possible. We've done it before.
so they love to murder.
No, we had a deal.
Well, I mean, we
I
always,
just go to take the restraints off.
we can always
So
lie.
you wrestle the cultist away from Laurencia.
Yeah,
No,
I'm,
Contest that
I'm, trying,
fight.
I'm trying to push.
If he
Laurentia.
doesn't
Sure,
tell us what
contest
he
that,
knows,
unless you
we can
give
always
up.
lock his soul away and
He is
get him
taking-
for all
taking your
eternity, and he'll
prison.
never be
I'll,
excited.
I'll contest a little bit because I think that it's not a good idea.
Okay, so both roll and see how you want to handle that. It's athletics for both of you.
Hold on.
Well, so as the chaos continues, 13 and
6.
okay, so the elf and the old man are wrestling for control of the cultist. Note looks like Meal is approaching. You two are here watching this. Ben is
Yeah, I'm watching.
watching this. So, observer, taking charge, losing a prisoner.
Madness no longer having the minds.
I don't know what you two are doing.
Talking.
You now have the cultist, which of course he's going to want to resist a little bit. So
We have
athletics.
Yeah, so
We have a
first
deal,
level,
right?
so that might be able to just
Why would
yeah.
you strike the second part?
Oh,
Hold my
he's fine.
You
So
don't,
you don't have it,
really
huh?
I
have-
got 3.
You have what?
What's the conditions for your silent image? Like how long does that thing stay up?
100 minutes.
I think it's a minute.
I've still remained concentrated on it. Up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So
Thank you, Stoker.
and much like every illusion, it's contested if you run into it, right?
Yes.
No, if you just run into it, you go through it.
Okay. So
But
at this
will he remember where it is amongst the whole
I
wall?
mean, at this point, he's going to go off the balcony.
Physical interaction reveals it to be an illusion, and they can see through it afterwards.
Got it. Well, this guy is actually, he does get out from your grasp, and he goes off of the balcony.
Rock,
A duke!
please take out that map.
Believe it or not, he actually listens to the idea of please call its carnage and death. And he flies down. So you see passive of cultists, he is. I don't know how with those rolls that happened. He escapes your grasp, goes over a balcony, gargoyles off. Everyone's on the ground floor currently.
He jumps off of the door.
Yeah, wants to die, and no one's letting him die.
I chase him.
Okay.
Fall off.
I mean, technically, you've got a silent image to contend with, unless you're going to jump off the balcony as well.
But you saw this guy just go through it.
Rock, please bring him back at least slightly breathe.
I would like to stop him from jumping off the balcony. Is there any way I can do that?
Not from the shenanigans
Can
and
I
combat.
jump off the balcony with him?
You jump off the balcony, make an acrobatics check.
Actually, I can do this. I'm casting Featherfall on Cultist.
Who has a reaction?
Okay, so he falls extremely slowly.
Right.
He's like, I want to die!
9.
All right, well, you casting Featherfall on him
Wait.
too?
No, you just did it on the. It's
How
fine.
many people can I
It's
catch?
fine.
I think it's like 5 people.
Yeah, I'm casting Featherfall on both of you then. It's like an area.
He hasn't won it. He rejects your spell.
You ridiculous.
He just did it on me. That's his initial thing.
Well, I didn't
It's
know
fine.
if we were going over with him.
Hold on. You
No.
cast Featherfall on falling people. If they're not falling, they don't get it.
Okay, so you will get the ground before the cultist does.
How much do I take?
Would you roll?
9.
You take a point of damage. Bigger part is you're prone, but don't worry, that guy's the leaf in the wind.
I can keep this up all day, you foolish fool.
I don't even know what's going on.
It's like,
I'm
this is
fucking
the worst.
armored out.
Star-
Guys,
Starving was better!
the armors are secure. That's all I know.
He's-
Well done. Like,
Someone get the fool that is fallen.
I mean, the gargoyle's right down there waiting for him. And you're there waiting for him.
Stand up
And, yep, well, he just is
and grab
hand-delivered by Rune.
Grab it.
Barack, don't kill the thing now. You
Well,
have
roll
it.
with advantage because the gargoyle is helping you.
it's so back and forth.
We're gonna save you. We're gonna kill you. We'll never.
You're never gonna die.
Well, I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
die.
Pressure up, pressure up.
24.
You got him. You've got better, more than an armoire.
I have secure.
More than an armoire. Note at this point looks to Laurentia and is like, one of his 6 paws is just
I
like,
don't know. I don't yet.
He's not food yet.
Food?
Will they answer questions if you let your...
Yes.
Then I wash my hands.
I will change.
I feel like a video game is glitched.
I will go
The
down.
decision wheel goes back and forward and back and forward and over there
Right now.
and this way.
Alistair Bottom was dead.
The bigger bastard.
Show
What's
me
your
the
name?
instructions.
So
of
I go
the
down there with no
beast you
tag.
slide.
Okay, currently restrained by Leaf, who stabbed him.
Well done.
As you can see,
Alright.
they will keep you alive. I am
Oh, I have
asking
another thing
you
you may not like.
3.
Do you worship the god of insanity?
I get it.
I do.
Not yet. I'm still looking for a god, actually.
I just
But
need-
Besides the point.
If you kill me, Cyrus will very gladly welcome you
I
into his
kill a lot of
embrace.
things.
Guys,
Besides the
bickering
point.
in the middle of a negotiation is not a strong move.
I raise my hand.
Roll athletics.
Because
You're holding the guy.
You're holding him.
I can't raise my hand?
You
Yeah,
can.
you're
You're now
using
holding him with one arm.
What, I 24'd?
But you still are holding him.
Yes.
You also
So
have the
in
gargoyle
jujitsu, you're like, I got a good block. Now I got this up.
The gargoyle is holding.
Whatever you want.
Yes.
What am I rolling? Athletics?
That's why he's an advantage.
22.
With the natural 20, he escapes your I have a question and begins to go towards the door.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Sure.
Okay.
Just kill him.
No, I'm gonna look.
That's exactly what's happening.
No.
Nope, because I rolled a 3.
I'm getting tired of
so
this shit.
fuck that.
Unleash hell upon him!
All right, the gargoyle is chasing down the guy like a Benny Hill skid. You don't have to play.
No, I'm saying like my guy is
Oh.
terrible.
Just a 3.
I'm firebolting him. Fuck it.
Stop.
Yeah, there it is.
Now I'm fucking done with him.
Answer the question.
It's understandable why he's confused, considering our party.
Yes.
Don't care.
I don't even know what's going on.
You have no. You're in the same place he is. He's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna live.
Like we've
I'm gonna get
tried.
punched. I'm gonna get brought back to life and
We've been
tortured.
dealt damage,
25.
save, damage,
Yeah, hit him.
save, damage, save. Now we're damaged again.
Well, if
Yeah,
I
but
knock
who's
his
doing
ass
the damaging
down,
and who's doing
Well, the
the
worst
saving?
part is you can bring him back to life.
if I knock his ass down, you guys can pick his ass back up.
Heal him for us.
8 fire damage.
All right. Well,
He's dead.
no, he's not.
He don't.
You singed him, you stabbed him, you healed him, you restrained him, you intimidated him, you deceived him, you persuaded him, you made deals with him, you broke deals with him, you made deals with him again, he escaped again, he jumped off, he feather falled. I don't know what that was. I have no idea what to call that. He escaped again, he's been bolted, he's still alive.
He's still
The door
running.
is shut.
I just don't want him to get away and come back to stab us in the back. That's what I'm worried
He doesn't
about.
have a dagger.
He doesn't have a dagger.
Yet.
Yet. Correct. Yet.
I was going to offer that he answers 3 questions, and then because Note is impartial, a beast that murders, that likes to kill things, Note will just kill him. You know he will die. He'll be 2 dead.
I hear your intent.
I know. and
You've
it's-
gone a long way
I
around
know.
what you're
I
doing with this
tried
guy.
to get there.
He is so confused.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is about to worship a new god.
On my behalf, I just raise my hand and see what's going on.
So we'll go back into order, starting with raised my hand. Rune, you're toward the middle, but we'll get your bolt in there. Laurencia, he has gone to escape and realizes door, but at this point, a door is a better luck than 6 seconds with you guys.
So he's running at the door.
Towards the door.
Towards the door. How far away is he from the door?
He will not make it this turn. He will.
And how far away is he from me?
You could, as a ticket action to get away, you could walk up with your movement and also have a standard action to do things.
Can I ask Note to bring him back to me?
You absolutely can. It's a free action to ask people things.
Okay, Note, can you please retrieve him and bring back without hurting him?
He'll try.
He'll try. I know he's still there, but can you please retrieve?
Okay, you
the
have
prisoner?
asked him that. What are you doing beyond that?
Hmm?
That is just a free action to ask a question.
And I'm going to walk towards him as Note is going.
Okay, so
to
you.
try to approach.
Okay. A combination of the Displacer Beast will pounce onto him immediately after getting bolted in the back with fire. He is now laying on the ground with a Displacer Beast, medium-sized team, on top of him, and he is on the ground. He is face first, in the carnage, blood on his face. He's like, this feels right.
Can I talk to him now?
You can do whatever you want. I mean, at this point, though, technically, Thaddeus is up.
Roll for conversation.
I suggest we let Laurentia talk the rest of the way. And we all stand far away.
Nature has called me to the front.
The most previous deal
I
that was
shall
shot
honor
involved
its call, Thaddeus.
I need to meditate.
Meditate in the bathroom.
That's fair.
I go to the front and
Leif, yes, come with me.
Discuss front.
He is extremely.
of my own. With
I do not
magic,
hear
so I'd
you
like to share.
at all. Some
There's a dead cultist right there. I want me to turn my back on him.
So have you, as a party, decided on a course of action?
I think so.
Well, you
I think I'm allowed to talk to him now.
He is currently not going anywhere
Yeah.
unless he manages to get the displacer beast off of him,
I do
which
not
could happen with the way up and rolling.
Cigarettes,
We
mine.
can discuss books later when we're not in possible incursion of death.
Does he still have? Is he still bound on his arm? Because he was like.
Oh no, he's harmed. He's been bolted with fire.
Yes, yeah?
He was stabbed, healed.
No. Like, are his hands still bound together?
Yeah,
No one bound his arms.
That's why I did rope. I restricted. That's why I restrained him. And you said he stabbed me. That's right.
Okay.
That's
We'll
what
assume that
Leif Splinter Sword.
yes, he is currently basically restrained. His arms are right here, and he's laying face first on the bloody ground. A hand like just staring at him from the side, being like, these were the lucky ones. These were the lucky ones!
I'm going to walk up to him.
Okay.
He sees your boot.
That's fair. Now, I can understand your confusion.
You have lady.
I know, we are not very cohesive. I can promise you a swift death.
Look,
By my displacer beast.
promise what? What? You guys, you're insane. You guys are worse than the black guy. You guys are worse than my leader. You guys are worse than the undead. The undead at least follow a singular order. The undead are more organized than whatever this is.
You know what? I get it.
Maybe if I drink this blood, I will die quicker.
Hey, we're very accepting in the Bronze Bastion.
His tongue, if I could lick the disease, it's been a week, right? I could probably die this way.
Yes, but it'll be very slow. It'll take quite a while.
It's gonna be faster than this.
No, it won't. If you answer the question, just like someone.
Hey, walk away.
Okay.
Please walk away. Please.
The torture of life and death will continue until you cooperate.
This is why I worship this goddamn god. It's very simple. I stabbins, they die. I feel good. My god feels good.
Okay.
You know what this feels like that.
Well, I'm attempting to take control of this. And as you can see, I'm at least giving you, am giving you a definite answer.
Dirty elf, you have my sympathies.
I do have a book.
You can either answer 3 questions and Note will kill you, or I will remove myself from the equation and you get to deal with them.
Just the goddamn questions. Ask the questions! Ask your damn questions.
What happened?
I might even tell the truth. I am going to tell the truth. Fuck it. The truth is coming out right now.
What happened?
Can you be more specific? Okay, what happened? I was in an armoire waiting for the spell to be broken so I could leave, and then a bunch of loons burst into the barracks. And
What happened in this massacre?
In the massacre? Oh, this massacre. The one that I have such a good view of. Well, we had a visitor.
Who was the visitor?
Guy in black, didn't get his name.
Big black guy in black armor?
Do you know him?
Seen him before.
Yes.
Did he just kill you all?
I mean, yeah. I mean, technically, we tried to kill him.
Did he want anything?
He wanted to see our leader.
Who is your leader?
Gareth. That's 2. That is 2.
That is 2.
I am one solid question away from, you know what? Maybe I'll be reborn as a wraith.
Where is Gareth?
Gareth? Where are the claws? I demand a death. Or one of you. You know what?
You didn't answer. You. This is
Yep,
the last question.
but you have a pack, and your guys are nuts. I need some reassurance.
You literally have a displacer kit on top of him.
Yes, it doesn't.
He is
He hasn't
very
killed me. He hasn't wounded me. For all I know,
Correct.
he's a big baby.
Because I have not asked him to. He is
Okay.
very hungry.
He is downstairs. Gareth is downstairs.
Is he alone?
That is a 4. Nope, that's 4 questions. You had a promise, and I know you're full of bullshit. So nope, you're gonna have to just torture me because that's look. I gave you 3.
Okay, Note, this is food.
All right, Note, just tears into pieces.
Hey, that's serious. Nature couch? Huddle? Maybe a huddle nature couch?
We need to get some cohesiveness in our group. I just want to say that as a
No,
general
there's going to be a powwow later.
I'll let the armor right now.
What did you have to say?
The men in black that we've encountered before came here and wanted to see their leader, who was named Gareth.
Who's leader?
The leader of the cult.
The man in black
Which
didn't
cult?
perhaps introduce himself or anything, did he?
No, so he doesn't have a name right now. We just know Man in Black. Gareth is downstairs.
That was probably the crazy man in the mask that threw the
Okay,
mist
so-
at the wall.
So unfortunately, I was not able to gather if he was alone, but I do have his name. He is downstairs, and I mercy killed this man because he deserved it at that point. He wanted it. It was the right thing to do.
Okay.
There's someone who wanted to die.
Revivify!
We can speak of ethics later, but is this the same cult that attacked the outpost?
Oh, yes.
I can assume as such, yes.
Well, based on the
It appears we have a new target, and his name is Gareth.
I shall
where is he?
move
I
towards
see the
him.
knife that he had, so
And
I
I
can
go
direct
that
him.
direction.
I'm looking over the knife.
No, we are
Direction!
no, we are
I'm looking over the
aware
knife
that
that he had.
Gareth
And let it saw!
Is it kind of the same thing?
Leviosa! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
There you go.
I feel like
Is this kind of the same knife as the...
I must discuss something before we move forward.
Are we going to talk about how you're not blind?
Yes.
Man who created the wall.
The dagger in front of you is made of wood. However, the centerpiece of it seems to be outlined with ebony-based stones. Very familiar
He
to
created
the
the
metal
wall, he's
knife
obviously
that
not
was seen
blind.
otherwise. It is a very similar ceremonial knife.
Okay. Yes,
You're
this is-
So, are you going to tell us who you are?
Yes.
Yes, and then...
My name is Monry.
And the cat goes, meow!
Is it actually Monnery?
Yes.
Why were you pretending to be an old man?
I did not know if I could trust him.
So you decided to lie to us.
Yes. Deception is commonplace in this world. It was the safest course of action for me. I was outnumbered. You must have.
So then what are you really doing?
Can't spiral, I guess other things.
I came searching, following her.
Everyone else is...
That I did not like.
The cat looks
She
at
led
you.
me to you.
And nods his
I
head.
am a devout chosen one of Seluna. She, like I said, is my spirit. I will follow her wherever she goes.
So are you aware of the wolf tribe?
I am bound to the wolf tribe.
You will notice that Leaf's shield has wolf tribe's insignia on it. A magical shield.
Let me see.
Also,
What would you like to see?
I was just going to say this is the same
If
ritual
I
knife
look to
as
a shield.
is similar to the ones we found at the outpost. So yes,
Bet
it's the
that
same.
is
It's a
the
fair
same
assumption.
of-
We should keep that somewhere safe.
Yes, put it in my inventory.
What does Seluna reveal to me about the writing on the shield?
I hide the shield behind.
Olay,
It tells you nothing.
Like, it's okay.
I show him my shield.
Okay. The writing on the shield is Elvish. Now outside the gigantic wolf insignia on it, it is something that's given to one of Selune's chosen. So either he is one of Selune's chosen, this is a magical item, or he is taking it from one of Selune's chosen.
I am chosen by Selene.
Probably in a box.
To do, I am here to
I mean, that's not an inaccurate statement, but it's not an accurate
There
statement.
was a follower of Selune from
Hey!
the wolf tribe that died here. We did find this.
And who is this?
We don't know the name. We do know that she...
Man or woman?
Are they circumventing?
Hmm?
Are they circumventing?
Absolutely. Verbally.
We did come across a woman named Lewin, part of the wolf tribe. Do you happen to know her? He's like,
Sorry, trying to figure out what's going on
So
here. What's the
we
question?
came across Lewin. I was asking if you knew her.
Did you drop the name Lewin?
Yes.
Yes, you do know who Lewin is. Lewin is one of the scouts of the wolf tribe.
I've heard of this woman. You said she is passed.
She was investigating some gnolls and came to this area.
Gnolls are a common threat in the area currently.
Lady, no, be passed. Huh? Be passed. Your character will be passed. We're talking over.
Sure, what do you mean?
That's how you do like this.
Insight.
Lady, how did you come upon this shield?
I don't know.
We found it. As did I the staff.
Is there writing on staff?
Could have been.
Yes, there is. You can read all sorts of languages. So, the staff itself is a mixture of
I gave my
runes.
shield to Rim. And used my other shield. So I'm at 20 AC.
Fair enough. It has enchantments on it. Primarily, the enchantments are not elvish, but they are dwarvish, and they are reinforcing runes.
Seems to be a certain staff with dwarven runes.
It served me. Actually, I don't
Not
know.
at all.
It served me once.
It is a staff.
Plus or minus.
I have to admit, all I have to offer is that I have followed Salune and asked her here, to you.
And what are your intentions?
My intentions were to follow her, but she seems content on staying with this one. And her keeping me attached to this one, and consequently the rest of you.
So long as you don't inhibit our intentions, just to rid this keep of its evil. And fulfill our contract and salvage. Let's not forget about.
Let's not forget about
You all seem to from time to time, but I have not.
Astrid's like,
I know nothing of contracts, but I hope you all seem to be aligned correctly with Salune. At the very least, other than God.
the small white cat goes to console Leaf, who has lost his
Leaf.
shield.
Take the shield back, please. I use it.
I stabbed the armor.
You what?
I stabbed the armor.
You go upstairs and you stab another armor.
Any
Well,
It rattles.
investigate?
You investigate. Roll investigation.
as much as I would like to learn more about you and your past,
8.
I
8.
do not
You find a nice pair of boots.
the time nor the place.
What doesn't
You
fit
have
us
a
nicely?
contract to fulfill.
Not good
I do
traveling
want
boots.
Throw it
to.
away and put my other boot.
You have discarded the boots. They were a trash item anyway.
Yes.
I
I
believe
will-
this to be the man in black himself, or just the leader of the group.
I will be
I'm-
straightforward with my abilities. I can fight in hand-to-hand combat, and I can heal. I cannot do much else until I rest.
Can you promise us that from this point on you will no longer lie to us?
No.
He's honest about lying to you.
I deceive for many reasons. I will not deceive beyond enjoyment. It is fun. This world is mundane many times.
Then it's safe to
You will
say,
grow to enjoy it.
it's safe to say that we will not trust.
I can accept that.
Very well. Then it seems we understand each other.
So we know that the leader of this group is downstairs. I do not know if the man in black is down there.
Wait, you're saying it's downstairs? I got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stop.
Too late. Already gone.
I'm following.
Are you stopping him or following him?
Well, he's taking off. I'm chasing. I can't stop him, so I'm following him.
I am attempting to grab him, but I'm not going to contest him athletically.
Okay. So you basically like, put a hand on the shoulder and be like, please stop.
Yep, and he doesn't.
And he does not.
Okay.
So
Leif Splintersword will lead us forward.
I shall die, and the tree shall blow.
actually, I think if you die, the
tree
tree
dies.
dies.
Yeah, the tree's connected to your life. Like, if the tree dies, you
Please do
die.
not kill my wishes.
It's just like the guy is in pieces on the floor right now.
You were
Well,
speaking of a man in black. Is that
We
who we seek
should
out?
actually follow.
Right now, we are actually seeking out the leader. We don't know if the man in black is down there.
I'm following him.
Pop, 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 pop.
We
And I
must
guess
Yeah,
we must
uh,
follow this.
If,
We don't
if
have
we
much
have no
option.
time to rest, we must follow.
Will you pop, 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 pop down a flight of stairs?
Do I have? We have not had a chance to rest
Light
at all,
source
have we?
down the
Light source is very nice in Castlevania.
So I do not have pass around.
As you keep go down what feels like
Yeah, we're
one,
right where the
2,
teeth
3
is,
flights of stairs,
Yep.
you notice that perfectly symmetrical on either side is a pair of those magical lanterns. Descending down,
Toby's still in those
down, down. As you get down to the very base of this stairwell, which is several stories below the keep itself, you both are reminiscent of something that exists several feet below the ground with long staircases. Siluni temples are like that.
So it may be a temple of some sort.
What?
Perhaps.
I see.
As you notice that the stonework goes from hand carved to natural. And you reach the base, which is filled with moss. A vague bioluminescence sparks up like fireflies around the cavernous area at the very bottom, of which you can see probably between 120 and 200 feet away. This large, cavernous, tall area. What appears to be a group of people talking to each other, bickering, but not quite fighting.
Are they bickering like we bicker, or are they bickering?
I don't think anyone can quite bicker the way you guys do, but they appear to be having a less than content conversation. There is...
I will tell you, you seem to be of sound mind, especially in dealing with people. I specialize in talking with others, so I will not contest your ability.
I don't specialize in talking with others, but I feel like I must be the loudest.
I mean, you have a level of head in talking with others.
Thank you.
So, I understand what you are pursuing, but if you pull me in, I can be of use in dealing with people.
So, the people that we're seeing ahead of us, are they in the same robes as the...
They are over 120 feet away. You have humanoid features in the distance with dim-esque lighting.
While we're going down there, I also want to do knowledge nature on that bioluminescence.
Sure, roll a nature check. Would you like to as well?
Sure.
Ooh, look at that. 17.
20.
Dude, you are killing me.
He says, "I am dog, please love me."
He's helping.
So, with 15, you'd notice that this is, as a magical world, a very naturally forming moss that both Selune and most nature temples in general use to light the corridor, as opposed to any other sort of magic. It's a Sure, it wouldn't hurt anything.
I will collect some.
You will have to, like any given plant, to keep it alive, or else it'll lose its bioluminescence. Yeah. So how are you going to
I'll collect it and I'll pull more dirt whenever I can. Just put up
a little potted, a little bag, a little bag of moss and dirt.
I'll devour a little satchel to it.
There you go. What about, so it's same thing. And you probably don't want to eat it.
That's fair.
Right.
That was a question for the group.
You probably don't want to eat it. This looks delicious. The forest consumes.
The opposite.
So as I'm gonna out of character question for the group, it's 11 o'clock. Do we want to like stretch our legs for a second, take a break, regroup?
We should stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the bicker fest that happened, maybe we should stretch and come back.
Everyone calisthenics. Oh. I think my.
If anyone wants to do some not dirty dancing, footloose.
Whoa! It's been a pretty good campaign, everybody. We have reached that point in the
I was
session.
going with footloose emotional dancing in the background. Like, never.
Like interpretive dance.
Yeah. Rage dancing.
Rage dancing. Everyone gets one level of barbarians.
I was going to show him my book.
Okay.
A little bit earlier we were chatting about that. Would he be able to understand anything in there?
So, if you decide to read his book, one, do you understand Celestial?
Actually, let me double check. I think that's actually one of the things I have a lot of things that I did with language.
I know you know a lot of language.
Yes, Celestial's on my language.
You will be able to start reading roughly a half a page to a page at a time before going blind. Well, you won't know, but when you decide to do this, you will go blind for a handful of rounds, as it burns your mind. And then when you go to reread, the same page is on a completely different paragraph. So your ability to decipher the page is like a 1,000-page document on PDF that goes, and the pages keep changing, you can read a paragraph at a time.
So there's no way I'm getting anything useful out of that.
No.
That I'm not doing that.
Well, you don't know that until you try.
I already said I wasn't going to read the book, because I thought it was dangerous to do it.
It is very dangerous.
I don't trust him enough to read a random book, magic book.
You might become a blind old man. You were probably older than a gnome.
I know enough about like magical tones and stuff to know that
Yeah, the written word in the magical world is fairly dangerous.
So I don't read unknown books that I haven't had a chance to examine.
Okay. Sounds like pen testing. I am trying to All you have to adopt
Read all
is-
books.
Oh, I have a book, and
You
I'm trying
actually
to
have
offer it
a
as
buddy,
Mark a review.
like similar to how.
Yeah,
Because I don't think his book.
No, his book is not dangerous. It is just a wizard's book.
And I can.
But it's an entire thing written in my encrypted handwriting.
That is true.
But is it something I could? So how do you rule
With cryptography,
Yeah.
you would be able to read the language, but it's the same way as Steve's can't. You still have to decrypt it.
I took the linguist feat, so I can actually make
Oh,
ciphers.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so all my notes and my books.
Which is pretty,
Multiple
which is pretty important because you have several encrypted books from the candles currently.
But it's like I made it and I
mean, it has like,
basically like, oh, can I make the cipher?
it has a flying tag.
Well, you should do.
Yeah, you can make ciphers and decipher stuff. Between the two of you, you probably can break the candles books with a little bit of time.
Well, I meant like me encrypting mine. I
Yeah.
use a mix of languages
Yeah.
encrypted in my books.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you.
Okay.
It's your own like
I can read all the
canvas.
languages, but I still
Yeah, it's kind of like I see that you're saying words. They make I understand what they are, but they make no sense.
It's like if somebody took a book and wrote it in like Spanish, French, German, and Russian and interchanged.
Or it's a long book and you're using the first letter of each to actually make sense. There's a whole bunch of ways you can take that out.
That'll be cool because over time, honestly, once we start trusting each other, I can pull crash ritual shit for tome lock. So
Loaded.
pretty cool rituals that you
People
don't
would have alerts, which make it
You
even
don't.
more fun.
We don't.
Alright.
Where we
Because
I'm
it was
sure we're gonna
Required.
So I would literally.
More vodka.
You're crazy.
That is
about
currently
that.
provided.
I'm not
Yes.
saying so. I would
Well,
like,
this is not the
I would
only
catch one and then when I
Admitted
come back
that.
out,
Okay.
like freeze for a second and then like
move
flash
on from there.
9 Pokemon. I'm like, cool. I need to get this to stop. So I can catch all of
It's
you.
like, hold on. Yeah, I have a problem where it'll show all these Pokemon, but also they'll disappear, and then you wait like 30 seconds, like, oh, they're back again.
Yeah, you okay?
It's like, you can see what might have been.
Anthony.
You already did. Look, I had it.
He looks like a sleeping baby.
Yeah, let me pass it out, dude.
I attack the armor.
Are you going to skin the armor and make a coat out of it?
Bad boy.
It's just not my time to shine. It's up to you guys.
It's almost like a chair.
No,
It's not your time to shine. We're charging into a fight with undead.
Never before have I had a more chaotic RP experience.
Dude,
You
holy
guys should
shit.
try and
That poor
manipulate this one.
silent portion.
I'm trying not to
Oh,
make
God.
sure that I don't fuck up your guys' game.
First off, I don't think I would have contested check against fucking anybody.
Like, neither were trying to target me.
Shit, athletic.
My guy is
Unlucky on that, and I got unlucky in
manipulating.
Alright, after this,
You don't have to.
probably next session,
Like,
which will be
it's
2
gonna
weeks
be-
from now, we're gonna have everyone back in the house. Let's have a track. Someone makes decisions.
Yes,
You guys-
yeah.
And we trust that person, and we follow those decisions. We
Like,
give advice,
literally every
but
time that
in
we
the
get
end,
combat,
that person makes the decision.
upset.
Problem is, no one's gonna trust me. That's why I think.
Because I literally.
Well, right. If I'm like, hey,
is rolling
what do you want me to
say?
say?
Oh, I need to attack.
that's what.
And then
Yeah.
get to level 5.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was it.
So.
But they worked out a secret deal.
I don't know.
The guy was fucking whispering to her. See, he did it to himself, really.
And that's why
He was like,
it just sucks.
"Damn,
So I don't care.
so
I'm
like,
This is- that's the only thing. We don't have order.
relying on
I
it.
feel
That's
like
why I keep saying
Everyone's
fireball is on
trying
me
to
and make sure that
get in and be
I
like,
can do everything possible to make sure that you guys can fireball
Yeah.
on me.
hold on. Because we can all interrogate. We can't all be 5 deals.
Doing combat are gonna call and rolling. Like that's what I like.
we need a badge. We need a badge for somebody.
It is what it is.
A badge. We need a
It's not
leader.
working.
Who says,
It's like,
here, you
you're going
just,
level
you know
5,
what, you make the
level
decision.
5.
Well, I think there was a comment about that even before. Is that you guys do lack.
Because 5 you get to attack, you don't absorption.
Because I'm a good talker.
Oh,
Nobody-
yeah.
but
I
not-
was trusting a lot of us, like, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool.
So,
That's gonna be cool.
I don't
All going different directions.
I was totally manipulating the show.
He's got things that you're just fucking nuts.
I'm not gonna have fun.
You should.
Poor bastard. Of all the ways I could have thought to torture a siren worshiper, that was not one of them. But oh man, it was a roller coaster for him. He's like, I'm
gonna stay alive forever. I can starve myself to death. They could probably good bury me.
That's what I said. You
What if I
manipulate
escape?
me,
I
I'll
can't
totally do
understand.
whatever you want.
Because I don't want
I'm
to
floating. You
I'm
gotta-
like, I'm smart,
I'd
I'm
rather,
like,
like,
crossing back my neck,
fuck
I
my
can't do
name
that
up than
either.
fuck your guys.
There's been many times where I want to flurry blows and it's not 4 people.
I'm just waiting to the point where Ben, literally the idea of that session is going to call it Ben loses it, just everyone gets stuck. I want to put inspiration, everyone just shut
I was gonna take a what is it, level in college just to become a speaker.
Yeah, Bentley. You just want to be fed as much as possible.
As much as possible.
All day,
That feels like this then.
That feels right.
Now I'm doing it.
Well, 50 points.
Nope, not gonna see how that goes. Just gonna go down there.
I'm gonna try first.
This is gonna be.
I don't.
I don't know why so far. I don't know.
Wait, what is that?
I'm trying to put it down. Should I snap it?
Leave it alone!
Okay, well, Dave's is
Leave it alone. It's for a future us.
Not.
Nope.
Have you
Us
seen-
with a knife, with a pointy knife.
So there's a video of some guy who's like he takes like a 6-tool. I think it's smaller than that. He just takes an axe and he just axes the bottom of it and like shotguns the 6-tool. And it's going all over him.
Why do you understand?
And then there's a guy who takes an entire keg and breaks it with an axe and it just explodes. And
That's
basically floors the remnants on himself.
Barbarian!
Or do you just can't use one?
Sounds like these that I just wish I was playing
Anthony.
Dragonborn Barbarian. Says,
Anthony.
point me in a direction.
You have one. Again, you.
There's
I wish I
hours
was-
to be had.
It was gonna be like so much easier.
Yeah, the real guys
I would say,
are
here's my
We're going
2 cents.
down and marching in front of
Tell me
them.
how it works out.
You guys do your
Fucking blind side and shit. Insight. We don't need insight.
Alright, so do we
So
wanna
So currently it's 11. How is everyone on energy levels?
So energy levels I'm doing alright. I could probably push on for like another hour. Right. I feel like it's reasonable, it's within scope. However, I feel like we're at a point right now that's kinda like
It'd be easier to stop now than get into like a 3-hour fight.
it might be because I feel like we're about to start something that's gonna be kinda not monumental, but large. I don't know.
What you're doing could probably get. Well, I should preface this with a reasonably cohesive party would resolve this in the next 45 minutes.
We are not.
You are not a reasonably cohesive party, and a few of you are tired enough to say murder hobo.
So how unreasonably uncohesive are we?
On a
Would it
scale,
add an extra 15 minutes, or would it like
on a-
double
on a
the
scale-
time?
on a scale of
I'm
Cthulhu,
at the point.
on a scale of Cthulhu to Protection Paladin, you're all Sithoth, so you're fairly chaotic.
So like an extra hour.
You comment on murder hobo thing, I am at murder hobo. Like, I'm just gonna nuke the shit.
I see that.
See, that's the problem. Because it's not like it's a room full of zombies. So it's like, oh, just murder them. Who cares?
I don't.
Like this is actually we could get good information and we don't want to just kill them.
We could have a quick dialogue session, and then go fight a big baddie, have a quick killing session. And then
We could.
we would be tight. And you would accept me.
I would.
You would realize.
I definitely trust you now, even if you lie to my face.
Why would you trust me now? Because I just told you. I told you that I've been lying to you for the past.
You little fingered him.
Well, you kind
I don't trust you. That's the smartest thing you've done since you've been in King's Landing.
The reason I think I don't trust you is because you lied to us, and then you're like, "Well, I can't promise I'm not going to lie to you again." I was like, "Well, okay, well, I can't say I'm going to trust you."
Yeah, it's like, well, that's
Fine.
That makes sense.
Our goals align, but I have too much fun. So I'm going to lie.
Is this your favorite?
Nothing that would be
That's the best.
opposite of your goals. But, you know, for fun.
As frustrated as part of it for me, just bless your little heart, Dave.
I'm gonna say, as I have a lot of fucking patience for you guys. But fucking like 5-minute interrogation went for like 45 minutes.
What are you gonna do?
Enjoy it. Really?
But I'm up for a party vote. Like, obviously, I don't want to just cancel a session if people want to move on, because I definitely see the potential for finish this up. So I'm saying I'm leaning towards closing it now and picking up next time. But
agree with that one.
So it's 2 for close.
How do you do?
Well, I don't want to silent vote it, but
totally just whatever you want. Like,
I think resolution is in sight.
I think resolution is in sight as DM's vote. But then again, I write this shit.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel that, I mean, for me, I'm going to be awake for the next hour or so. I'm fine,
Okay.
but I know
1,
that.
2. Well, it's what do you feel?
No, that's fine. So you're in. Continue.
Yeah.
So
All
1,
right.
2, 3 are in, 2 are out.
Anthony, how are you feeling?
What are we doing?
So we're deciding whether we call it now.
Whatever.
I abstain
I am with the majority.
with the majority. Okay.
All right, then let's continue.
Then we're condensed. Okay. So for the viewers at home, the one viewer, which is me, we have decided to continue for approximately 1.
Wait, what time is it?
It's 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Excuse me.
This is too good. This is like probably one of my favorite snacks of all time.
Anthony.
Trail mix.
There it is. You play your guy. I'm playing. I am backing arm wars. Don't worry.
No, you're gonna be listening to Papa Thaddeus.
I got it. I got arm
Papa
wars.
Thaddeus is yet to.
I got the arm wars on lockdown. If there's zombies,
Gentlemen,
room has
restaurant,
got
behind.
There you go. Mass damage, direct damage.
Yep, I'm ready.
We got this wrapped up. I have no spells left, but at will silent image. So what more could you ask for?
It's okay. I've got produce flame.
I had to fucking misty step out of there from the zombie that was
And I've got
attacking me,
one
and
third
I
level
daylighted
spell.
that guy.
I've got 2. Actually, I've got 2
That's
level
all
1
I've
spells,
got.
but none of them are
What's
damage.
the third
2
level
spell
spell?
slots per short rest.
Equipment take a break. Nope.
It's okay, my cantrips are ball.
I attacked the arm war.
I'm gonna pew for
All right,
I can
so we're
summon a
walking
shit
now.
ton.
You have already reached the base.
Right.
Bioluminescent moss.
See people. Oh yeah.
You
so
see
I
people,
said-
a group, more than 120 feet away. They appear to be having a bickering-based conversation.
For us, it would seem normal.
Right, so a conversation.
They look like they're-
This looks like a well-balanced people coming to resolution with their conversation.
So I said, Lorenzo, you know what's going on here. I'm good at talking, but I do not know the frame of reference. If you need me to speak or put reason to someone else, let me know what you hope to accomplish. And
I don't know if we know what's going on, so I'm going to throw again this option out there. Turn to a spider and get there and try to listen.
That
If you
sounds
guys
very
could-
nice.
You are capable of doing such things.
Because now would be a great time to go undetected.
I want to make sure I understand this.
Type of
You're going to turn to a spider
And time close just so I can hear what they're saying.
and go over 120 feet as a spider.
So I believe your speed technically for PM would be 5 feet. So it would take you about a minute to get there. Or more. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, who knows?
we will set up camp here.
Like, let's get this.
I'll get my short rest after all.
Wow, yes!
You'll get your 10-minute ritual cast.
Although,
Good luck.
just knowing, Ben's knowledge of races, you could maybe cast Path Without Trace and try to
I don't
hide
have
more.
any more.
Well, you
could.
There's a lot of spells, almost done.
Confusion! Ah!
I'm glad we used all of our spells.
Before
If we stay here for only an hour, I can turn invisible.
Stop doing your Dex voice.
I thought it was confident.
I'm going
Your
to
penis is small, we not need it.
It sounds like Death and Chain, and I'm trying to
That's exactly who I based it off of.
Diablo, the prime.
The only spell I know is identify.
Don't
You
be
got it.
shitty.
Thanks.
I cast helping.
So it's going to be 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You appear to skulk into the dim lights, leaving your party behind.
What else can hide even while lightly obscured by natural phenomena? And it's rarely used, so this would be kind of a cool thing.
I mean, I'm stealthing at a 20, so I feel like I'm okay.
Ben seems to have a firm grasp on the
What about me? I'm out.
You are hanging back with the group as far as I know.
I would hold back, because right now I'm just trying to get insight.
every single race.
Follow the yourselves.
Which is what?
Yeah.
It's falling back and it's hacking the motherfucking arm wars.
More like
It's like, oh, let's get arm war!
And when I feel like I get close enough where I can
Yes.
grab the spider and just listen,
Okay.
that's when I hear a third.
Do I find anything
So-
cool in the arm war?
There is, as you approach, you can clearly make out the familiar figure of a man in tall, black armor, wielding a large, black sword. He appears to be opposed by nearly a dozen cultists, including one man holding in his hand a masquerade mask.
Of course he is. That's the leader.
And they are talking.
What are they saying?
Are you a spider right now?
Yes.
Yes. So the person in black armor says, I can wait here for eternity. How long can you? The person with the mask replies, close enough. Everyone here is willing to die for me. I'm sure it's plenty of time for the door to open.
That's our husky, by the way, in the background.
And he deserves every line.
He's being a little bit of a douche today. So.
You continue to listen.
Yes.
Person in black armor is like, then I guess we're waiting then, aren't we? Person with the mask in hand says, yeah. A little flippant, I guess we are. And then he looks to the person to the right of him, takes a dagger, and stabs him. From the distance, you guys feel like there is a minor conflict as one of the members of this party falls to the ground.
I'm going to spider my way out and then try to change at a safe distance.
Sure.
Where it's not like, oh, hey, look, there's an elf just
So that was
walking.
totally a short rest, right?
It's like, can I get like a fourth of a spell point back?
It's better than I'm like, and elf just walking away casually. Didn't hear a thing.
Do I casually notice the elf walking away?
You will once he becomes an elf again.
Yeah, right now I'm a spider.
So do I notice that?
You notice the elf walking away, disappearing, reappearing as an elf and coming back.
So tell me what my character thinks.
What your character thinks, whatever your character wants to think.
Yeah, because elves
I'll tell you
can.
what you think, because Ben knows how to console you. Oh, no, I will.
Do I think that
I
that
can
is
grab your
weird,
face and
or
lay-
that is like totally...
You have been alive for how many days? You think everything is weird. Weird, yet that's okay.
Whoa!
Armoires are not bears, they have no armor.
Okay. So I'm gonna go.
You have to totally teach me that trick. That is awesome.
Okay, I don't know if I can teach you that, but we have more pressing matters currently.
Our nature counts friends.
Okay.
If you want me to kill Ben, I totally will.
Please don't kill Ben.
He's my friend, but I
But
will
why?
kill him.
No, please don't kill anybody in this group. This group is.
You and the cultists have a lot in common.
Phineas is totally on board with killing people
Okay,
if I want.
right now we've got a little bit more important things to deal
What's
with.
happening?
Let's go back to the library.
So
Everyone's thinking of a exit plan.
the man in black is here, and there's a standoff with the other leader.
Should I kill him?
And it appears that they are
Can I kill him?
in a standoff
I'll kill him.
until a door opens. I'm not quite sure.
He's probably talking about the key. He opened it last time. Did you see anything like that?
I only saw 12 followers, and they were just standing all together.
Did you tell me he was stabbed both sides?
We're not going to stab yet. They might just kill themselves.
I
I don't know if
pose
he's
my
talking to the
shield
door
in front of
upstairs. We
him.
also have
So you
Gigaruff's
can't
key.
communicate.
We don't know if that goes
You
to
can shield
a
it.
door. I don't know what he's referring to, but they were the leader of the cult stabbed one of his cultists,
Oh, that's not good.
saying that he can wait forever and they want to die. So there's a standoff at the moment.
No, that's not good. The knight brings the max, the undead, and in control of whatever demon summons the knight, which at this point I'm betting is
Nature does not.
So regardless, we've got to, I don't know how to handle this situation because they're in their own standoff.
Nature is patient.
I agree.
Nature takes time.
But Igerson has dedicated me to protect Ben.
Ben is well protected as long as you remain right.
Man in black is too strong for us to fight.
I
That
wish
is
to
fair.
advance forward, and nature has
We could always
issued a restraint.
But
We
if you
tried that
move-
before.
If you move forward, Ben remains unprotected.
Right. I don't think he's going to respond to
Which
us
is
to
why,
us. We can
which
always
is why
try.
nature has caution and restraint. And
Why
I shall
is it
abide.
secret I need
Okay,
to
so
know?
here's the, excuse me, wait. Here's the problem we're in.
Jennifer! I move her.
No, Blake, you must wait for your charge.
I don't listen.
Do you want to stop Lee from blindly going towards
Yes,
the group?
please.
Blake,
Does the entire group stop him?
being very persuasive, please.
Okay.
I'm in for stopping.
Yes, I will illusion bioluminescent moss, creeping up the walls and trying to get in his way.
Please roll athletics with a disadvantage, and the person who'd like to contest against that can roll it with advantage.
Roll,
I'm not-
motherfucker.
I'm not strong.
I'm not gonna physically stop you because I'm weak as shit, but I'm gonna put that illusion.
Oh, well. Oh, no, that's good.
It's not illusion, it's real.
Okay.
It feels real.
Big. I got a 12. What'd you get? You had 4.
You had a 4.
And you don't have a +8 because it's impossible. So
Yeah. With your powers combined, you stop Lee.
just leave. If you go down there, we're all gonna die.
I stab her.
I see square it up, so she's just stabs one of us.
That's one I stab.
2 rules of the table.
You gonna stab me?
Then I miss him and stab myself. Okay. I'm very upset. I don't know what to do.
You're just
What should
flailing
I
around.
do if I'm upset?
What do you do? Well,
Just stomp around like a child, you don't have to kill something.
There it
you
is.
flail around wildly as
There
though
we go.
There you
disturbed.
go, stomp
Fair.
around.
I flail.
Stomp around like a 6-year-old.
You
grown
flail.
man.
You flail.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, he's only 6 days old.
Right, that's what it's like.
So here's what we need to think about. We came here to figure out what's going on. We don't know what's going on. This person over there is very strong. That if we tried to kill, we'll probably kill all of us.
Yes, yes, yes.
And they're going to stand up at what
They're a
point?
stand up of some kind. Obviously, cultists or whatever, whoever they are not attacking them because they know they would just die.
They do not seem to be the type of people who do not mind dying.
They actually welcome it.
So then,
So let's just burn them all. Sort them out.
yeah. So that's again, we don't think that we can win this fight. That is, do you agree?
Not entirely, but yes.
Well, we can try to fight, and if it looks like we're losing, retreat.
We
That's
have a
an
bomb, don't we?
We do have a bomb.
Oh,
Do you
what
want
happened? We took an entire bag of Crystallis crystals, put the bomb in there, and threw it at them.
Me too.
I feel like you'd be ruining a lot of crystals at that point.
I feel like we need to research that before we just do it.
Before we just throw a whole bunch
The
of.
entire party dies. It was a great first session with the death.
We could try to fight these people.
Thank you.
We could try to fight these people. Maybe we could win. I don't know.
I feel like there is no honor involved.
Yes, let's go and negotiate with the fiend and the psychotic suicide.
I don't think we could negotiate.
I will present
Negotiate
this.
is an option.
Maybe fighting is our best choice.
I will present the option of speaking may lead to violence, but violence will always lead to violence. If we talk, we may at least learn something before we start attacking.
Yeah,
What do we have
120
to
to win.
lose by
Right.
talking with them first?
You
Our
got
lives.
plenty of time to walk and
Surprise.
react
Our lives, maybe.
in range.
Here you go.
The,
You'd like to talk to them? If talking doesn't work out,
could throw the ice bomb.
you have this whole thing.
Will you be listening? You know more of your situation than I do.
I
I think we will.
believe we should
I'll be
all be
listening.
present.
Yes. Close enough to
You will
hear.
be the one speaking and close to them.
We shall approach the situation with the intention to talk and learn,
He
but
deserved
prepared
every
to
No, do
second.
you want me to
fight and die.
yell?
I would prefer non-violence, but I think
Ignore him.
we
Make a
will.
little
Close the
chop.
door?
Oh, is the door open?
Then let us approach cautiously. I suggest someone
Wait.
keep an eye on me.
It's like
But you understand talking comes before violence.
a battle.
I got the
may
bomb.
break out.
Get bomb?
Can I trust you to be ready to engage when the time comes?
Cool.
And then
We'll
once
be
we get
training
back, we
for
will
it.
slowly continue forward.
Cool.
I'll take that as a.
Astrid is with you.
You're in time.
Barack is not. He is okay with guarding the exit.
Excellent, Laurel. Be ready to leave quickly.
And
I
I'm
do.
gonna bring him to his attic, so I don't trust.
Note is hanging out with Barack.
Where's my Astrid?
I will
Astrid is actually right there in front with you.
Flat her ass up.
Astrid is bold little cat.
Laurentia, what do I need to focus on Astrid? What is the most important piece of information you can spell
Lot of escape.
I mean, they're talking about a door. So what door are they trying to think of?
It's either, so the enchantment on the door was broken, right?
We don't know what door they're talking about.
No, we
I'm
don't.
saying the keep door had an enchantment on it that stopped functioning, correct?
Well, let's go find out what the bloody hell they
So we don't know, maybe they were kept in here. Maybe they were not able to.
Are you saying that you?
I have the
Go ahead.
well, I was saying I have the impression that that is not the door they're referencing.
So do they break the enchantment door?
We don't know.
No, dear.
All we had was the cat saying that it
Well,
was open.
I'm asking as I would not break Laurentia's enchantment, but if they broke the enchantment door, I wouldn't back.
What? So there was a door at the front of the keep, which Spirit Bomb appeared to destroy.
Right.
They referenced a door,
A door.
but you don't know if it is the same
Yeah,
door as
so-
the keep door.
So
That was-
what?
So what I'm saying is, if Rune or Laurentia, like in my mind, because I'm retarded,
Yeah.
would not break either of their doors. If they broke either of their doors, I would attack them.
Okay, so if they go through breaking seals, you will break the seal breaker.
Right.
Okay.
Because I'm retarded.
So
Good
if
job.
either of you direct
You don't have to
Leaf
do that.
to being, you direct him towards he kills,
Yeah.
murderizes.
That's the point.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He's a buzz
Not.
saw. He's a chainsaw that needs a direction.
Totally.
I don't.
I will ask about the door. I thought that.
All I heard was that it was a door. And of what I heard, we know that there is a
It could be the time that he teleported down the Nethicite lines.
that is also true.
What's the lighting in here
Dim,
So
dim all around.
I-
Violet lessons.
I
Like
think-
it's like the equivalent of fireflies popping
I
up.
think
Should I
we should go.
approach it alone or?
No, let's all move forward
We
and
should
talk
make
to
our
the bloody
presence
fools
known.
now
We
because
can step forward like.
Then I lead the troop. I suggest you be behind me, since
Keep
you
the-
have information to feed me if I need to ask a certain type of question.
Okay.
I suggest Leaf remain, so that he at least has to push through some of this before he
And
starts.
can shield guard probably back around protector.
Yes.
Sure.
And then I'll walk forward.
Okay.
I got this bomb on me.
Yep.
But it's not out. I'll have it.
Well, sleight of handed esque.
Yes, I will slide a hand in.
Sure.
That'll be perfect.
The skill that occasionally gets used.
Yes. I used as one of my few skills to train in.
And then you rolled like trash?
9, not super trash, but that gives me
Quasi-trash?
Quasi track. Like the entire that one
Gives
session.
me a 14.
Okay, so yeah, it can still enough. You got it.
Sorry.
So the troop goes in the order that was mentioned for the most part, and you approach. As you get within a fair distance, around 60 feet of engagement, neither the man in black nor his troop of now roughly a dozen minus one who's on the floor address you. You are able to get as close as 20 feet. You could take your bomb and just casually chuck it at somebody. They do not acknowledge you. They appear to be too busy staring at each other like a Mexican standoff that is missing a person.
I will move 5 feet forward.
Okay? You are now within 50 of the first closest person, which would be the man in black. He has, at this point, you can see what she saw. This figure is over 8 feet tall, large black armor, splash, a very typical I'm super evil sort of guy. Large sword currently held in one hand, pointed at the ground, completely encased in armor. Oppose him, with as close as you currently are, you can see, very similar cultist to the guy who was very frustrated with you guys. Across the entire thing. Entire robes, everything. There's only difference is one guy whose robes are slightly were drenched in blood, holding a mask in one hand.
I understand you are all waiting.
The man in armor turns his head back to you. We are. He seems to have this deep voice of the grave about him, whereas the group opposed to you says nothing. But the man in armor seems inclined to talk.
And why is your patient so absolute?
I have nothing but time. They don't.
Then you clearly have the upper hand on these mortal men.
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Them to die.
And then what will be achieved?
I'll give what I came here for. I'm sorry, I didn't quite get your name.
I'm Thaddeus.
Or deception.
Oh, natural 20, which will make it a 30.
Thaddeus. It's a nice name. He is not drinking, but the DM absolutely needs to. Indeed. Why does it matter to you, Thaddeus? Or your... And he scans over the group. Your... party.
I will be truthful. I have just met the companions behind me, but I stumbled upon this place by chance. Led here by something else. I feel that I was destined to be here, and knowledge is all that I seek. As an old man and an oracle, I only wish to learn what else there is outside of my own hovel.
His helmet tilts up just a little bit as a thing and drops back down. It's like, well then, Thaddeus, you and your party are welcome to wait with me. There is nothing but knowledge that is waiting for you shortly.
I unfortunately have to admit that our longevity would not outlast the ones you are patiently waiting out.
Then, I highly recommend you kill them and hasten the process.
That may be beneficial.
I would know.
What is the door you wait for?
The man in the mask speaks up at this point as you realize the conversation's not quite going in his favor. The door to chaos, that thing, oh yeah, that'll open shortly enough. And you all probably won't live enough to see what's on the other side. So go ahead, kill us. We'll meet our gods, we'll be happy, and you'll all be dead.
Then why do you wait and forestall this powerful individual?
Because he's too much of a bitch to kill us. But all we have to wait for is this thing to open, and we get our reward from our god. Really an easy matter of waiting. It's really inconvenient to have to kill my own men, though.
What does them dying mean for opening the door?
Is there a limit? Something that must be reached in order for this door to open?
An unfortunate amount of time, he says with frustration in his voice.
And that time can be hasted with life spilled?
It certainly can. But, like all things, bound by stupid rules. One that this fool, mask in hand, points to the guy in black, won't do.
And you are men trying to achieve the same goal with neither of you having the capability to achieve it.
It's a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Then I feel like we should leave you to your dilemma.
Okay.
Why would we want this door open? What would be in our favor?
The man in black answers, and he turns, and then he finally realizes that your cat is there.
He sees Astrid?
Yeah. He sees Astrid. He taps his foot. The man with the mask squints his eyes. Why are you here again? Why are you in my keep?
I was called here out of curiosity and thirst for knowledge.
Curiosity, you say? Interesting. What they say about curiosity, right? Kills the cat.
Where is Asker?
Oh, he's right by you, like right by your feet.
Okay.
It's like
I step in front of Asker.
It's like, really? Oh man, you don't know why you're here, do you?
I know exactly why I'm here.
Who is this? Better yet, who are the rest of these? What, Thaddeus, right? And
Yes.
your amusing cat, right? Yeah, we'll be here for a bit. Let me play some cards. Wait this out a little bit. You might be just what I was waiting for.
I have cards. I can predict the future.
Oh,
Read
yeah.
fortunes.
Read my fortune, man.
If both of you are waiting for something to happen to the other, I may be able to predict.
I'm a pretty good fortune teller myself, and I think that you are exactly the card that I want pulled. Why don't you go ahead and read your cards?
Do you prefer cards or bones?
Oh, I prefer cards.
I mean, I got a lot of questions.
You can ask them, because I need to pull the right cards out.
Well, for instance, that door is a door to chaos, but what is chaos?
So that's.
Well, I do have some questions. I believe we encountered you before, sir, in the black armor.
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, what of it?
Oh, we're just wondering if you had any insight you could give on the process by which you used to create the element you've been hunting.
He glares at you. Let me make sure that I understand your question correctly, small, inquisitive one. We're in the middle of a great doorway to which the key of Gigareth opens. And your only question is...
No, that's my first question. It's not my only question.
Okay, well, as you do.
It's in my research, and it's a very daunting wall I've hit.
Wait, but you said key of Gigareth.
Yes.
Well, I assume that's what they're using over. What if they were using?
Right. But he said, does that open up a gate or a pathway to Gigareth himself?
In a manner of speaking, that's what these fools would have you believe, at least.
What would you have me believe?
It's the dawn of a new era. One way or another.
Against the Targaryeses?
It's an interesting name to have up. How do you know that name?
We came across a chessboard with both Gigareth and the Targaryeses' name on it.
At this point, he fully turns to Laurentia. Well, it appears that we do have something to trade. Information. What the chessboard said.
It just said that it was a battle between Targaryen and Gigareth.
That's it? Nothing else? No outcomes?
I don't understand what me telling you would help us gain.
No, it's bartering.
Then what are you willing to offer?
Information. As your friend has mentioned, I'm very old, I'm very wise, and anyone is willing to roll deception to challenge that. Or insight.
I don't doubt that he's old and wise.
I don't have insight. So
No.
I have it, but
Okay.
And what do you would
So as you pull your cards, those will be the three major terrors that you'll see in the order that they're permitted.
how useful is this information to you?
so is this performance, or is that not actually getting a reading there?
It will be your actual reading based off of what you had. For the sake of going through that crazy ass deck. Yeah.
And is this for the cultists?
That will-
The mask, or who's talking?
The reading will be for what you think is going to happen here. What's going to happen to both of them.
So can I pull the first card? I want to slide a hand in.
Sure. So you're going to pull it and you're like, I don't like the way. No, that's fine.
Okay. I see power here. Something you obviously already recognize.
Indeed.
We're both here for such a thing.
Yes, but only one of us is going to lead with it.
I believe you already know which one that would be.
That's why I find this very amusing.
We'll see what the cards hold. Beginnings. The power can hearken new beginnings for whoever holds it. Yes.
And the one with the mask says, see? Not that smart, are you, fiend?
New beginnings here. We've already talked about power, and now we know that it will start anew. The last card shows who it will belong to. Since you have been staring at my asket, you may already know. The power here will belong to the moon.
The person with the mask says, that's a bunch of bullshit. Some peddler coming down into my keep, telling me what my future holds. I hold my own destiny, and he stabs our cultist. Falls to the ground.
You stab men who are willing to die.
Oh, they welcome it! There's a difference. And he stabs another. When they get stabbed, they go from very healthy to becoming husks. And the guy seems very vital in the result. After stabbing the second cultist, he seems invigorated. He holds the dagger in his hand. And he pulls the mask to his face. And he says, why don't you come at me? And the entire room fills with mist. And the guy in black armor just stands there. That took a long time. So, initiative. Or, better yet, time check is currently 11:30. My recommendation is we wait until next session to play that out.
I agree with that. Combat's take a while.
Yeah.
Plus, combat's with a potential door opening of chaos, and who knows what the heck is going to
I
be.
can go any which way. Okay. I'm alright with pausing.
No one has died. Well, okay, Kenton has died.
Before we leave, can I just throw that bomb right in there? Oh!
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's
I'm just so sorry. And the moon guide you. Say loon. Hey. Okay. Stream McStoppins.
We did it.